That was hilarious. Norbert was funny.
All right,
Norbert was
my bad.
Hey, remember, Corey, remember he told that nigga, he said, you get the thigh, you get the leg, you get the breast, and Norbert, you get the turkey ass.
Right. You're messing with my feet again.
You get the ass.
Hey, she tells them out every time they get in the car and shit. Hey, you're messing with my feet again.
Y'all got out so many black movies. Y'all,
yeah, don't be a menace.
No, that ain't that funny today. Like, you're not laughing at "Don't Be a Menace" today.
I'm not even watching Harold and Kumar, yo.
I didn't like.
I'm laughing at "Don't Be a Menace."
That lets me know that about like your level of
intelligence.
No, not intelligence.
Nigga about to attack his intelligence because he don't like Harold and Kumar. Come on, bro.
No, it's your comedy, your sense of humor. You don't have that. So you got a sense of humor.
So
my wife would laugh at Harold and Kumar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Harold and Kumar's hilarious. I don't care what the.
Yeah, I'm not even Harold and Kumar's garbage.
That shit is funny.
You said Harold and Kumar is garbage.
That's why
Stupid, hold on. I got a question, bro. I'm gonna participate as long as this shit don't go in the motherfucking projecting. Yeah, as long as you do that, I'm not. But the fucking so what is your so we know what you don't like, Stupid. What the fuck kind of comedy do you like? Like, what's your favorite? So we get a gauge of what you think is funny. One of your best comedy movies?
All right. Let me tell you. When I sit down and start watching movies that I think about funny, I'm older than all of you. So I'll give Mel Brooks funny. I'll give those dudes out of England.
Went back to the 70s.
No. Let me just go back from the beginning.
Yeah, is he alive still?
He's dead. Let me finish.
Action
stars. Let me finish speaking, please.
Everybody stop.
Yeah.
I just want to know who that is.
All right. Blazing Saddles. Blazing Saddles. We're talking like movies. Blazing Saddles. Anybody know what Blazing Saddles?
No. What the fuck is that?
No, it's
when you watch Blazing Saddles,
what'd you say?
When you watch Blazing Saddles, it would be funny. No, Mel Brooks did white comedy too. Go just type in Mel Brooks. You have these groups out of England who did the King Arthur show, the King Arthur parody. What's his name again? Them funny. I'm going all the way back.
If one of y'all don't tell me who the fuck Mel Brooks is, I get upset. So just
go and look at Mel Brooks. Go and look at Mel Brooks. Spaceballs. Blazing Saddles.
Wait, Mel Brooks, the dude that made the damn. What's the movie with it was like the English.
See no evil, hear no evil.
See no evil, hear no evil. I don't know what that is. With the movie with
and Mel Brooks.
Let me look this dude up. I'm gonna tell. I think I
know. Yeah, Brass, yo. This stuff is too old for you.
You can't speak of comedy if you don't know who Mel Brooks is. You can't speak of comedy. Anybody in this room who don't know who Mel Brooks is, cannot speak of comedy.
Who Woody Allen is. I don't know.
It's like you don't know who Einstein is. And you're speaking of physics.
We don't know who Einstein. Okay. No,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Einstein.
If you don't know who Mel Brooks is, you don't know who Einstein is.
They still peace. I know who Class Act. If y'all would have just
Class Act was funny as shit. Class Act was hilarious.
If y'all just took a little bit of time and explained it, I would have told you. I saw
Class Act was hilarious at the time. Class Act was hilarious at the time.
You should have said Gene Wilder if you was going to go back that far. So.
No, because Mel Brooks produced a lot of Gene Wilder's movies. That's what you don't understand. Mel Brooks produced a lot of Gene Wilder's movies. He produced a movie with Gene Wilder and the greatest black comedian ever. Starred several movies which were good.
Mel Brooks made what? He made The Fly.
No, he did not make The Fly. He did not make The Fly.
Talking about Mel Jenkins. They said he did good.
Right? No, wait, if you look back, you come forward
that
now.
nigga did make The Fly, nigga. He did. In
Mel Brooks?
1989, he made The Fly too.
Oh, well, I'm versatile then.
So you don't know who Mel Brooks is, nigga? You don't know
who Mel Brooks is?
I do. I said I saw the Star Wars parody shit he made.
Right? You saw Blazing Saddles?
No, nigga. No. When was Blazing Saddles?
Go on, watch Blazing Saddles. Go on, watch Blazing.
One thing at a time. Did anybody find Spaceballs funny?
That's not
funny as shit.
I thought Spaceballs was funny. Any in the conversation that we having, but it was definitely
exactly. I'm not saying did you have a light chuckle here and there. I'm asking did it was.
Oh yeah, it ain't. We don't even need to bring Spaceballs up in this conversation.
Right.
And Blazing Saddles is funnier than Spaceballs. Blazing Saddles is funnier than.
Bro, Blazing Saddles was made in 1974.
Yes,
yeah. That's what I was saying.
About a particular time in comedy, so you got to give comedies from around that era. These people are way younger than you. They wasn't watching no movies, no 70s movies. They was talking about something about Mary and shit like that is funnier than black comedy. So let's mention black comedies from the 90s and the early 2000s that can show them that they're being fucking ridiculous.
Of course.
Go back there.
Have y'all seen something about Mary? I just got a question.
Yes, we seen something about Mary. Yes, it's funny.
Okay, because Frank to the Beans is like 45, 47.
Hey, did you know that guy was from Parker Lewis, though?
Yeah, that nigga said it wasn't the. He said you stick Parker Lewis. Was it the Franks or the Beans? I laughed at that shit.
No, I'm gonna tell you the funniest part for me. He said, "Oh, smell is dookie." He said that's something you might not never smell in your life. He said, smell this. He said, ew, dookie, what's that? He said, my ass.
Yeah, man. Hey, what about the hair? What about the mousse? What about the
hair gel?
Yeah, when she put the mousse in her hair.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, like that don't go on. Stuff like that don't happen in black comedy.
In black comedy, it don't.
Stuff like that, the hair move shit, that don't happen.
So you never watched the Woo then? How about Tripping?
What the fuck is Woo? What's Woo? What's Woo?
I've seen Woo.
Tripping is funny, bro.
Yeah, I did see that.
Fucking hilarious.
That's that movie about the little dude in high school, huh? That's the little dude in high school. That movie was funny, bro.
That movie was funny as hell.
That movie was funny, bro. Like y'all ain't really good. Like other than the Eddie Murphy movies y'all mentioned, y'all haven't even outdid
super goofy shit. Yo, you said Harold and
man,
that's
top shit.
You got to talk about the Pineapple Expresses, Super Bad.
I forgot about Pineapple Express.
Hangover.
Yeah, Pineapple Express is top 3. I forgot about Pineapple.
Tropical Thunder, nigga.
Yeah, Tropical Thunder, bro. That's one of the top 5.
Hell no. Iron Man was wearing black. That nigga get away. I ain't fucking with that.
Bro, you didn't know that dude in Tropic Thunder. You had no idea that guy was a white dude.
I know.
That shit was funny as fuck.
Hey, bro, Tropic Thunder is so damn funny, bro.
I didn't like that. That shit was uncomfortable.
What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean?
That shit was funny.
Money talk was funny too.
Money talk is
crazy.
Hey, Chef, what about what's that movie from?
Booty Call definitely a good one.
Hey, hold on, Logic. Hey, Chef, what was that movie with the nigga that had with it's old as fuck. I don't know. It might be from the 80s or 70s. But motherfucking where Chris Rock was like, how much for one rib? What the fuck movie was that? Where he was
I'm coming to get you something.
I'm gonna get you something. I said that
movie. That movie. Oh, God,
you watch that. If you watch it again recently though, it's hard to. It's funny the first time you see it, but I don't know. The last time I saw it, maybe I've seen it too many times. That's
it's
the last time I saw it, I didn't laugh.
That's
how I qualify my movies, Logic. Like, they have to be funny 50 years from now, bro. Like, I'm not laughing at Players Club. Like, Players Club ain't that funny, bro. It's a good movie. It's actually a good movie.
It's not that funny to me.
If you still there, I raise up, it's gonna be trouble.
Life is one of the top funny movies ever.
That's the funniest line in the whole movie, right there.
I laugh at Life every time. Every time I watch Life, I laugh. Bro. Every time.
No, I didn't. I can't say. I can't. If that's the grade for a movie, the only movie I could do that with is like Pineapple. I could do that with Pineapple Express. Step Brothers, for some reason, for me, would just always be funny. I don't know if that just hit a nerve.
Bro, y'all gotta watch Pet Detective. If you watch Pet Detective today, if you watch Pet Detective today, you're gonna cry from beginning to end of that motherfucker.
You talking about Ace Ventura?
Yeah.
I would probably still laugh. That nigga's crazy.
When the news reporter showed up and he was acting like the dolphin trainer, this is an ignorant ass.
Yeah, he was ignorant. Jim Carrey's an ignorant.
This dude was retarded, bro.
You're gonna laugh at that 50 years from now. You're gonna laugh at and Ace Ventura is almost like 30 years old right now. That movie's like 30 years old right now.
I know, but that's a very high bar so you can laugh 50 years. God,
what as stupid as it is, that's crazy to think that Ace Ventura is a high bar, but it's funny. It is funny.
No, it's a lot of things in Ace Ventura that I used to laugh at that I don't laugh at no more. I can smile at it. It's a white boy acting goofy, but I think Me, Myself, and Irene is funny in Ace Ventura.
Yeah,
I think he put more comedy genius into it. You dig what
I forgot about that.
When old girl got that hair gel from behind his ear, that was crazy.
Shit, motherfucking
that's something scary. Yeah,
that's a funny nigga. I like Liar, and I like When He Was God. What was it? What movie was it where he became God?
Bruce Almighty.
I didn't like that one.
Steve Carroll, yeah, Steve Carroll got.
40-year-old version.
Jim Carrey.
40-year-old version is that's going.
40-year-old version was funny as
hell too. 40-year-old version, you're gonna laugh at that 50 years from now.
Yeah, 40-year-old.
You're gonna laugh at that 50 years.
You wouldn't laugh at Money Talk?
No.
I don't think he laughing at it today. 50 years from
now. It's funny, but it ain't up there. It's not up there. It's true.
I'm wrong.
This nigga Chef is like, I feel like I didn't know.
You're my water boy. I don't know right now. Water boy is never not going to be funny.
Yeah, Water boy is never not going to be funny. I can agree with that. Water boy is
never not going to be funny, bro.
Water boy, from here to the end of time is gonna be funny. That was a funny ass
fuck. Man, Vicky Valancourt. Hey, his mama.
Vicky Valancourt.
Yeah, Vicky Valancourt. That was some motherfucking
hilarious. I think the mama funnier than everybody.
Oh shit! That nigga said that is high-powered H2O.
You playing foosball with the gang. You going to school?
That is some quality high-powered H2O.
He said, "Well, mama was wrong again."
That's Bobby off, boy. Bobby was trying to hear that shit.
Yeah, Bobby was a motherfucker.
Give me another movie that's funny like that. Yo, listen, Chip, I'm waiting on the black movie that compares to Waterboy.
Hey, but you gotta I mean, tripping is a good one, bro. He said a couple good ones, man. I don't know if booty call is that funny like that. I don't know if booty call is that funny like that.
Hey, let me hear Chef arguments real quick. I want to hear Chef and Stu Peas because they kind of in the minority. They ain't really getting a chance to speak.
I've mentioned the funny black movies. Obviously, they don't move you like white movies move you, Corey. I can't.
Obviously not.
Hold on, let me finish. I've never watched Half Baked, right? A stoner. No, hold on. I never watched that.
I'm done with the conversation. If you didn't see that, I'm sorry.
I never watched Half Baked, right? I never watched Cheech and Chong that came before that, right? Stoner movies was never, you know what I mean?
Funny to me.
A thing.
It's never funny to me.
You like shit where you can smoke weed and just trip out like that.
Even the one with Method Man. Method Man movie was a stoner movie too.
That's funny to non-stoners though, bro. Like
I'm saying it's super funny to a stoner.
I feel like Chef is meeting Corey for the first time.
I think he throwing me under the bus, y'all, but I'm gonna let it ride.
Yeah, KJ, I'm gonna check. KJ, Pineapple Express is one of the funniest movies of all time. We agree with that, KJ.
Harold and Kumar and all that shit. Yo, they are white stoner movies. Y'all like white stoner shit like that. Y'all into that. You feel me? If a nigga say money talking shit, not fucking funny, then you into some other shit. That you into your and there's nothing wrong with that.
Money talks is funny.
Money talks is funny. I never said
Money talks is funny.
Wait, but you saying their proclivity to narcotics has affected their motherfucking funny bone? Is that
niggas who smoke weed can watch different shit. They can watch different shit.
Friday is a stoner movie though. Friday is a stoner movie. And it's actually not up there with me. It's not up there with Harold and Kumar and shit like that. I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying? But
I'll be accepting no Friday slander in this conversation. Friday is one of the funniest movies ever, and then the nigga went and made two that was damn near as funny as
Friday 2 funnier than Friday 1.
What you doing up here with that wolf?
Hold on. So here we go. I didn't found Corey White shit. I didn't found his white shit. I love it. So Corey, can you put a black comedy in your top 5?
Yeah, I put Life in my top 5. That's the one that I put in there in the top 5 is Life.
That shit ain't even that funny.
That shit is funny to me.
You saying Life wasn't funny? I don't know, shit.
Life is
man. That shit about two black men getting railroaded into prison for that life.
Django Leg.
Hold on. If you look at it like we on the motherfucking House of Consciousness, it ain't funny. But goddamn, it's just you look at it just as a comedy.
So look, my homeboys were trying to play that shit every day in the barbershop. Yo, put Life back on. Yo, I don't want to see that shit. I can laugh at the funny parts, but the overall concept of that movie is traumatizing. Niggas really went through that. That shit ain't, you know what I mean? And that's crazy that would be one of the funniest movies to us. Niggas going to get in jail for the rest of their life.
I feel like
I gotta throw Life out the window.
Why would we sit there and keep saying that is super hilarious? Why do we want to keep laughing at some shit like that? Like,
because
now you
hilarious.
No, nobody laughed at them people going to jail. That wasn't the part of the movie that was funny.
Okay, this is it. Hold on a second. Let me
stop.
I know y'all watch Car Wash.
Car Wash.
Hold on. Let me say something. Hold on.
Like, I don't care what the plot is. I just want to laugh.
Hold on. Let me say something. Let me go around the room and ask everybody the top 3 funny movie. We're going to start with Corey. Top 3. We're not going 5. Top 3. What's your top 3, Corey?
My top 3. I'm gonna have to say my top 3, and not necessarily in order. I'm just gonna give you my top 3. Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, the original. I want to say, well, obviously Harold and Kumar is in my top 3, the original one, and Half Baked. All
right, Brass, you next. Top 3, Brass.
Life. Super Bad or Step Brothers. I'll say Step Brothers. So Life, Step Brothers, and Pineapple Express. Funniest movies ever seen.
Sheffrin.
Probably I would say Coming to America, Harlem Nights, and probably Vampire in Brooklyn.
I think Chef is back.
All right. Okay. Tony. Hold on.
The Vampire in Brooklyn.
Hold on.
I can't believe you, Chef.
Hold on. Everybody, Tony.
Watch them.
Logic, your turn.
Two P's. I can invite a female over and actually watch them movies with a female and not feel like a complete asshole. I wouldn't feel like I didn't made a complete jackass out of myself.
Because women ain't got a good sense of humor.
They good. No.
They don't. I'm sorry. Women don't have a good sense of humor.
Okay, we're going to strike that from the report.
They're good movies. They're good movies along with being comedies.
My top 3, because I'm old and I like it.
Hey, give yours last. You asked the question. Give yours last.
Oh, yeah. I was waiting on Logic, but interrupted. Logic, go ahead.
I can go real quick. The funniest movie I've ever seen is Friday After Next. And then I'm going Step Brothers, and then I'm probably gonna go. The next one will go in all kind of directions. But I'm gonna just say like, that's way up there.
What the hell is Hollywood? What is Hollywood Shuffle?
Me? I'm gonna go Car Wash.
It's a parody that Robert Townsend did way back in the day, where he was. Is that the Jerry Curl? Jerry Curl Jones. Yeah, Jerry Curl. Jerry Curl Jones to me is the only funny part in the movie.
Jones might be one of the funniest characters in this.
Yeah, Jerry Curl Jones is funny.
I'm in the chat. So every now and then, if I interrupt, I'm just saying.
Go Jerry Curl. Yeah.
Tony, what's your 3?
Mine are Car Wash. I love Car Wash. I like the soundtrack Car Wash. And then I like Fridays. I don't really like the
soundtrack. You blackologist, Tony? I didn't know you were
blackologist.
Which
I don't know me. I'm
Hold on. Which
House Party.
You said you like the soundtrack. Which Car Wash you talking
about? The original Car Wash is Richard Pryor.
The 76.
Did you?
How old are you, Tony?
Huh?
How old? Oh, you ain't gotta tell us. You
rewinding that movie, bro?
I raised 28-year-old twins. How about that?
Huh?
I raised 28-year-old twins.
He's me and Sheffrin's age. He's about 45, 46.
I'm older.
Okay, that's cool.
I raised.
No, it wasn't a shot. I was trying to see if you saw it later.
I'm just trying to give you some hints. I raised my kids.
Cool. I don't really want to know. That's your personal shit. We live. This ain't a problem. We live. I don't want you to do. Y'all go ahead.
Those are the three.
You said
I didn't know you was a blackologist, Tony. I had no idea.
You gotta listen to what I'm saying.
No, you said Car Wash. And what was the other two?
Car Wash, House Party, and Friday.
House Party and Friday. Okay.
Who don't get a chance yet?
Smalls ain't go yet. And Fairmont ain't go.
Well, Rush Hour in my time.
Oh, then Fetty ain't go either.
I don't really know.
I'm gonna say
Super Bad Hangover.
Let me hear you, Fetty. I'm interested to hear Fetty.
Fetty said his already, Corey. He said 12 Years a Slave, Roots, and
Django.
And Django. Those are the funniest.
That's crazy.
I thought Django would have been on Stu P's top 3, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I could have sworn he was going for that.
Friday or Friday after next. Rush Hour.
Let Fetty get the shit off. Friday or which one though? You got to pick one.
No, I'm gonna choose next Friday. With the essays and shit in that joint.
Okay.
Next Friday.
You get your ass back over here.
Next Friday, Rush Hour, the first one, and probably some shit like Pineapple Express or some shit like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I like hey, Fatty. Remember at Rush Hour, my nigga said, he said, you just gave me a box of grease.
Bro, that nigga said, Juntao, I've been waiting for your sweet and sour chicken.
Juntao. That's funny.
He said, wait for the box of grease.
Bro, I can't lie, bro. Between Hangover, Step Brothers, Talladega Nights, y'all, you're making it tough. I ain't gonna lie. It's way harder than I want to admit.
Fairmont, go ahead.
I'm gonna go Galaxy Quest. It's like a sci-fi. It's like a spin on.
Hey, bro, I might have seen it. What is
it? Galaxy Quest, Nacho Libre, and Next Friday.
No, what is Galaxy Quest though?
Is that sci-fi comedy?
Yeah, it's
sci-fi comedy. Who was in it? Who was in it? Like that, I might have seen.
I think 10 Robbins.
You know, when they was the fake they was like the fake Star Trek, and then
exactly.
Yeah, that shit was fun. Okay.
Stupid time. You talking about the Seth, the dude from the Seth MacFarlane kid? That's you talking about his movie?
No. That's not true.
No. This was with the nigga from not Home Alone. He had a TV show. Turns out this nigga was like a big ass. I don't want to go off into Tim Allen, but he was like a drug kingpin or some weird shit. But he had the show. Was it Home Improvement? I think.
Yeah, Tim Allen. He from Detroit. Yeah. Tim Allen. He's
Tim Allen.
It was with him and Sigourney Weaver, the lady from Aliens, was in that shit too.
I've seen it. I never saw it.
Yeah, that was a funny movie. And then the last one is Smalls and then Houston piece. And then I'll tell y'all what the chat said. Because somebody said in the chat, motherfucking Will Ferrell was corny.
Oh, don't leave me out.
Oh, I know you was in here.
I know you was in here.
Go ahead, Smalls, and then go now.
Yeah, Super Bad. For me, it's probably Super Bad, Harlem Nights, and let me think. Super Bad, Harlem Nights, and you know what? I'm gonna say Anchorman.
Okay,
Anchorman is funny. That's one.
When they met up in that alley.
That's in my top 10.
Oh yeah, when they met up in the alley for that fight, that shit was crazy. And that motherfucking, he said, he put on that cologne. They said that shit smells like panther piss.
He said it smells like burnt hair.
He said that was the only. That's the only rule. There's no touching of the hair and face.
You can take this how you want to.
That shit wouldn't even be fucking funny.
No, hey, listen.
Each other out. Let them get this shit off.
They said no touching of the hair and face.
Y'all was saying that shit was funny.
I'm not to know, and then me.
You can say everybody out in a second.
Y'all wouldn't even allow a black comedian to make those jokes.
Yeah, I'm not to my
though. Hey, the nigga told the lady though. Will Ferrell, Ron Burgundy told the one lady, he was like, "You can take this how you want to, or you can throw it right back at me. But I want to be on you. I want to be on you." I don't give a fuck, Shepard. You ain't got a good sense of humor if that shit ain't funny though.
No, it's not universal. It's not universal because those same
Hold on,
jokes,
let him not
if a
show
black
before we do the
if a
commentary.
black comedian made them, it wouldn't be fucking funny to y'all. So it's not fair.
Go ahead, Anathema. Go ahead, Anathema. Get your shit off.
All right. Y'all threw out already a lot of movies I already like, so I'm just gonna throw some on the board, see if it's stick. I'm gonna get you sucker, because I think that's funny anytime you watch it. And the movie, I don't like the Wayans, but that one movie, the mock you thing they did about boys in the hood with don't drink my juice or being a menace while drinking my juice. Yeah, that one. Because one of my brethren was into that one. He was the one driving them around in the car. And then all my students, every year, every student I ever had loved that movie. So I know it has a timeless effect. You understand? And then the last one I'm throwing is not necessarily a black movie, but it has a black sub-team in it. And it's The Gods Must Be Crazy. I can't watch that without laughing.
That's a great movie. That's a great movie. That's a great movie.
Never watched The Gods Must Be Crazy.
That shit must have only
Oh
came
my
on.
God, B. I don't even want to tell you nothing about it. You just gotta watch it.
Let me tell you.
I'm watching that tonight. I'm gonna watch it tonight.
That's a great movie. The Gods Must Be Crazy.
From 1980.
Great movie.
Oh, is it the 1980s? It might still be funny.
It's funny as hell.
Gods Must Be Crazy. It's hilarious. That shit is hilarious.
Y'all some y'all. You know what's funny, bro? I just seen the cover of this. I think I actually might have seen this on some hot shit. Hold on. Y'all go ahead. I'm about to see if I see this.
All right. 2-piece time now. Because I like the origins of comedy, and I realize that these shows have been borrowed from by all genres that you're talking about, the modern genres. I'm going to put Harlem Nights as my #1 favorite comedy movie because the caliber of black comedians that are in that show can never ever be matched by any other show. That's a Michael Jordan 1996 to 1999. Funniest shit, funniest people.
That was a dream team. That was a dream team.
Yes, that's a dream team. Then I'm going to go old, very old, because this show has been borrowed from, and this kind of comedy and the timing is Monty Python and the Search for the Holy Grail. Many of you never watch it yet? Monty Python and the Search for the Holy Grail.
Oh yeah, that's funny, man. That's crazy, man. That movie there funny, man.
No, I never even heard of that. I promise.
Right? Monty Python and the Search for the Holy Grail. When you watch it, you realize the time and you realize that many shows now, modern shows, borrow from the joke. And then I love Blazing Saddle to death. And an honorable mention for modern comedy, I love this other English comedy, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
I forgot about that movie.
Yeah, that one's a good one.
Blazing Saddles is funny as hell, though.
That ain't
So,
three, but that's in my top
Blazing Saddles is funny though. Blazing Saddles.
Y'all niggas need Blazing Saddles, bro.
Yeah, Blazing Saddles is hilarious. You would actually crack up laughing at Blazing Saddles, Brad. You'd be on the floor laughing.
Watch it because y'all keep saying
it's a timeless one. It's actually timeless too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's my qualification for being in my top 5 or top 3 or whatever is, you know, how if it's timeless or not. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't timeless, you can't make my top 5.
Y'all listen. Y'all listen to the chat. Hold on. Let's let the chat get their shit off. Because they named one movie that's in my top 10. It ain't in my top 5. So Hit said Monty Python is fire. Yeah, he old as hell. That's right, Hit. Get you. Peter. Oh, that's Haskell. Haskell said Blazing Saddles is not a white comedy. Oh shit, I forgot about Kings of Comedy. But we was trying to stay away from stand-up. I know that was a movie, but I consider that like Raw or something like that. Like that's stand-up. The Panther Pit shit was cheesy. I thought the Panther Pit shit was funny. Hey, did y'all see this? The movie me and you saying Kung Pao, but that's not the name of the movie, Haskell. Have any of y'all seen Kung Fu Hustle?
Oh yeah, that's funny as hell, man.
It's funny.
It's all right. I mean,
it's not so funny. But trust me, we need to have a movie night. We need to have a movie night in here. We need to have a movie night. We'll stream a movie. We'll vote on a movie.
Bro,
Because these white
You have to
comedians
show
you
them the
feel.
whole movie though. They don't watch the whole movie though.
Hold on. Let me
You have to
finish the
show them
chat.
the whole
That's
one.
your lane, Stu P's put it together for us.
Let me finish the chat. Let me finish with the chat, and then we'll go to you next. They said Tropic Thunder, Hollywood Shuffle, White Chicks. I didn't really like White Chicks. Haskell said the only funny white man is Bill Burr. And then another guy said George Carlin is the other funny.
Yeah, George Carlin and Bill Burr.
So I
Those
guess
are
it's
the
only two. It's only
men.
two funny white people, I guess.
Yeah.
The Naked Gun. I don't know what that is.
Oh Lord, the Naked Gun, they remake it. William
It's not a
Neal.
the Naked Gun. Hey, that shit, that whole series, it's a whole series, the Naked Gun, Brad. You have to watch that, bro. You have to watch it, bro. I'm telling you.
It's definitely worth a one-time watch because there's nothing like it. But I don't know about how it's definitely more silly than funny. But it's silly as a motherfucker. It's definitely over the top. Definitely.
It's like Police
They got
Academy.
OJ,
It's just like the
OJ
Police
Simpson,
Academy.
everybody in there, man. It's just like Police Academy. It's just like Police Academy. What's dude? Richard Dreyfuss, is that his name? His name Richard Dreyfuss, ain't that his name?
Oh wait, I've seen Naked Gun. That's what OJ, ain't it?
Yeah, one of them got OJ in it, but a couple of them. There's a few of them.
I saw the first one with OJ. I seen that.
Yeah,
but you gotta remember, like I don't know if I saw it later. Like I don't know. I don't. I guess at the time it might have been funny. It wasn't that funny to me. I guess when I seen it. That's why I be trying to figure out if y'all seen these movies like in the time of when it came out. Cause like I saw,
you got to be grown. So if you wasn't grown when you seen Naked Gun, it probably wouldn't have been funny. Like if you watch it today as a grown man, like it'd be different because you probably watched it when you was a teenager, and it probably wouldn't have been that funny. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I asked Tony when he saw Car Wash, because the only Car Wash I found out Car Wash was a remake when they was making Car Wash when Dr. Dre and them made Car Wash with Eminem.
Yeah, I was gonna say The Wash. That was with Snoop. That was a low budget funny movie. That shit was funny.
Yeah, but that was a remake of what Tony was talking about. That's why I'm trying to figure out which one he was talking
about. Yeah, but some of us, we didn't see them movies or we was too young. But at the same time, you got to remember there was a limited amount of movies for Black people. So when VHS and all of that come out, you're gonna get these movies. Your parents gonna watch them. People gonna watch them, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, okay." And you having Black cinema. It's more because you gotta remember a lot of those movies were movies. You had to go to the movie theater. So once you got the VHS, it was different. You gotta remember there was a time where you didn't even see no movie on television like that. They had a premiere. All 5 years the movie out before it come on television. It's not like today. So the reason we know about some of them old movies was the way we watched the Black cinema. It's almost like you got an explosion of it when you got more access. Just a simple thing like a VHS. Because now you're going to go and watch, you're looking for something to watch. There's not too much Black movie coming out. And then your parents know about this and that, and they rent this, and you sit down and you start watching certain things. Some you like, some you don't like. That's how we got exposed to it. Enough of us watched the movie on VHS and then something.
Hey, Anathema. The only VHS movies I know is the ones that was hidden in my grandfather's closet. And he didn't want to say
when I was young, we called him nasty.
Side of his life. You know what I mean?
Well, I can say it for my family. I don't know about other families, but that's how I know about a lot of
Am I the only one that used to call them? Am I the only one that called them nasty movies?
Yeah, nasty. Yeah, that's what I used to call them too.
That Debbie goes to Dallas. That Debbie goes to Dallas.
Yeah, we be taking the most silly conversations and turning this shit into bannable YouTube material. It's like, yeah, we ain't get banned yet. We gotta go get banned.
Corey, the actor you thinking about in Naked Gun? Yeah, the actor you thinking about, Corey, in Naked Gun is Leslie Nielsen. And then you had said Richard Dreyfuss, but it's funny. The minute you mentioned Richard Dreyfuss, I immediately remember one of the funniest fucking white movies I ever seen in my fucking life. I watched it last year again, and it's still funny. What About Bob? Nigga, that shit be having me dying.
What about Bob? I feel like I've seen that. Hold on.
I think it's the '80s. I think that's from the
that's
'80s.
a classic.
Yeah.
It's with Richard Dreyfuss and Bill Murray, and basically Bill Murray is a mental patient. Richard Dreyfuss is his therapist.
When Bill Murray had on the motherfucking they went on the boat. And Bill Murray had that man. Yeah, okay, I see.
Yeah, that shit funny as fuck, though.
Yeah, that shit was funny. Bill Murray was a funny motherfucker too. People don't really play around, but Bill Murray was a funny motherfucker. All right, so listen, the whole point of the thing was we was having a conversation about white and black comedy, and then Stu Pease brought up the blackology, which was probably necessary, but he brought it up. So are we just gonna say white comedy can't be better than black comedy because the premise is that it was stolen? Is that your premise, Stu Pease? Or are you just saying it just ain't funnier, just in mass? It just ain't funny. Or he ain't even in. Because I'm still
I
trying
think
to
Chef
figure
is saying it just
out
ain't funnier.
Chef's
That was
argument.
Chef saying.
Yeah,
No,
but
that's
I don't
Chef's
understand
argument.
Chef's argument though. I don't understand that argument.
I don't need it. Like
shit
he
get
didn't
that
even
funny,
see
man.
Harold and Kumar. So like I don't even I'm not even arguing with him no more. If you didn't see Harold and Kumar, bro, I can't argue with you. You know what I mean? Like what,
Is it that
I can't believe nobody said Cool Runnings when we on the panel. I can't
No,
believe that.
He said,
this is Cool Running.
He said, I can't believe you said it with me on the panel. I like that.
Yo,
Stu
with
Pease
Malik
didn't
Yoba.
make that shit. Stu
Man,
Pease
don't
ain't
you
even make
make damn Cool Runnings with Malik Yoba, horrible Jamaican act. That shit is horrible.
Yul
That
Brynner.
movie.
A lot of people like that
Yul
movie, man.
Brynner
A
was
lot of
funny,
people
though.
like that movie. That's why I was wondering why they didn't see it with us
Yeah,
on the
no,
panel.
it was a
Somebody
funny
would say
movie,
Cool
but
Runnings
I
as
thought,
a joke.
all right, so listen, right? So, did y'all hear how Chef was trying to say that Life was a disrespectful movie based on, like, the actual story of it and shit? He was like, it's basically people getting railroaded and, the white people weren't supposed to bleed him in that movie. Here's my problem. Well, here's my
My heart fluttered a little bit. Go ahead.
No, but yeah, wait.
My heart fluttered slightly.
Hey, Corey, I swear I was thinking the same thing when you said that. I was like, I almost clutched my pearls for half a second when he started talking. But then when he was done, I realized he was full of shit. But yo, I didn't like Cool Runnings because sometimes I can't tell when they're making fun of us or if they trying to. Like I didn't think that shit was funny. Like I don't like that's like that was my issue with the other movie with Iron Man and shit. I couldn't get past that blackface, bro. And I ain't trying to fuck up the conversation. I ain't trying to change it that way, but I'm saying I can't get past. I could laugh at Tropic Thunder, but every time I looked at him in blackface, I just didn't think that shit was funny. So it was fucking up the comedy.
That was the most classy way to do that, though. Like, if you're gonna do blackface, you did it the classiest I ever seen it done. You know what I'm saying?
But do you understand what I'm saying, though? How that shit, like...
Yeah, I hear you.
It ain't bother you at all.
I can't argue with that. No.
Yeah, it just bothered me a little bit. Like, I don't think shit like that.
No, it didn't bother me because I got the theme of it. Like the double.
I got the theme and everything.
I understand, so it didn't bother me. So I understood that he was clowning. He was basically clowning people that act in blackface and somehow get addicted to this characterization of being this minstrel and can't come out of character and is locked into this. And the whole perception of it just made me think about that, like that whole imagery thing, like where is your true self and all of that behind the blackface. You understand? There's a lot going on with that.
I get the depth.
I didn't look at it as offensive. I didn't look at it as
I get the depth. I get the depth, brother. I get it. My only concern is I just had to keep looking at this nigga in blackface, and that shit.
Yeah, at face value,
it was
slightly
just
cringy.
Yeah, it was a little. It was a little cringy for me just to see the nigga. I get your point, though. I get fully what you're saying. It's not. I'm not. That wasn't like a rebuttal. But that goes to the point, your original point. Don't want to let Chef get his, because Chef was basically the one with the main argument now that we got the movies out. But I ain't like, I like Cool Runnings.
I think let's explore this further, right? Because one of the reasons, like, okay, one of the reasons I brought up Cool Runnings, I said I couldn't believe none of Uno mentioned it. I never would have mentioned it. I don't think Stu Pease or Asco would have mentioned it. But it was one of those movies that was made for like a general appeal of comedy. So they're taking caricatures, stereotypes, all of that stuff, that general tropes for the general populace, and got a big response. There's a lot of people that they like that movie. So, and I would think it was made more for a white audience, like a general audience. It wasn't made like specifically to entertain Black people. So do you think there's a difference in that type of movie, where you got movies specifically to entertain Black folk and that maybe crossed over? Then you got movies that's made in the vein of maybe white comedy or just have a general appeal?
No,
I
I would agree with that. I would agree with that. I just didn't like with Cool Runnings, them accent. It seemed like they was making fun of Jamaicans more than trying to make Jamaicans fun. Because some of them accents was kind of like,
yeah. They did all of that on purpose. I get it. But I'm just saying, if there's a difference in the way we even respond to, like Chef, right? Because maybe some of that white comedy is more that general appeal, and there's a certain bit of that we can tolerate, right? Like you said, you can only tolerate a certain amount of it in the Tropic Thunder. You understand? Yeah. But then in other those movies, we respond to them, the Happy Gilmores, the Water Boys, because they have this.
I forgot about Happy Gilmore.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm trying to get.
I'm not
making a definitive statement. I'm just trying to throw something in there to hash out a point. Maybe that's why people respond to the movies different, because they searching for a Black, a certain Black thing in the movie rather than just a comedic thing. If you get what I'm saying.
I didn't really
get past
Chef,
a little bit.
When Chef said he could invite a girl over and all of that. Now,
I understood what he meant. I understood.
Yeah, but I could invite a girl over. Well, hold on. I'm married. I couldn't invite a girl over. But I couldn't invite.
No, I'm saying like in your dating days. If you go back to
my dating days, I definitely could have invited a girl over and watched Pineapple Express. Pineapple Express is just fucking fun.
My wife. I'm not gonna lie. Like my wife is not sitting down watching Pineapple Express. Like she's not. That's and I'm sorry to say, like, not only do women not have a good sense of humor, but Black women specifically don't have like that kind of like they wouldn't find Anchorman funny. You know what I'm saying? Like she just wouldn't find
I ain't gonna lie though.
I think
I'm with the wife on that one.
Because it's goofy. Because it's goofy.
Black women don't find that kind of shit funny. They don't.
What's the white boy name? What's the white boy name in Talladega Nights?
Will Ferrell.
Actually, my wife actually laughed at Talladega Nights.
That little dry humor, but I'm saying that particular genre of comedy. You know that white boy, Napoleon Dynamite, little dry humor, little goofy shit. That shit is.
That's because y'all don't like. That's because y'all got something with. No, y'all looking at the white niggas. Y'all don't like
No.
Bro, I'm sorry.
The general comedy thing I'm talking about, rather than looking at, you understand, the general comedy versus
so you mean like
ethnic interesting comedy.
So that goes to another point of that ain't really made for us. So if we find it funny, we could, but if we don't, it wasn't really made for us to laugh. Okay, I get your point.
Yeah, no, remember, I'm saying that I'm talking to a specific style, that particular style. Like Al Bundy is funny, right? Like I said, What About Bob is funny. I'm talking about that Will Ferrell little goofy shit. That little goofy style, that shit ain't funny, man. Your wife is 100% on point, Corey. I wouldn't sit there and watch that shit.
Do you like Family Guy?
Family Guy's funny.
Yeah, Family Guy classic. That's
that kind of funny. That's the kind of funny right there.
What's his name? Seth I forgot his name.
Seth Rogen. It's Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen. Yeah, all that shit is kind of in the same vein.
Yeah, it's in that same kind of lane.
Mm-hmm.
It's in that same lane. Like I guess some of it can be funny at times, but in general, that shit goofy. Like,
I think
especially
Family Guy is the funniest cartoon in the history of cartoons.
Family Guy is the best, is the funniest show in history in fucking sitcom
I don't know
history.
about all that now. You tripping now. Yeah, you overwhooping now, Corey.
Nah, Family Guy is the funniest. It's probably the funniest
I've
series I've ever
never seen anything funnier than Family Guy. If you're talking TV series, bro, no.
Ain't nothing fucking with Martin.
Martin ain't even funnier than Family Guy.
Ain't nothing fucking with
Martin. That's crazy.
Martin is my number one sitcom. But
you're talking crazy.
No,
Martin is my number one top sitcom, but it's not fucking with Family Guy, bro. I'm sorry.
And Married with Children's funnier than that shit.
Y'all not messing with Aqua Teen Hunger
Family
Force?
Guy.
Hold on, who said that?
Y'all not messing with Aqua Teen Hunger Force?
What the fuck is that?
Oh shit, it's like Adult Swim, that type of.
I used to watch Adult Swim, Black Jesus. I probably seen that show.
Hey, Adult Swim at 3 o'clock in the morning, bro. If you wake up,
yo, make me say something.
What about the Squidbillies? Y'all ain't never seen Squidbillies?
Yeah, I saw Squidbillies.
Squidbillies is funny as fuck.
Hey,
man,
is that the one with the talking? Is that the one with the talking meatball?
I want to ask you younger people a question.
You're making
sure. I'm tired of y'all, bro. I'm tired of y'all.
Is that the one with the talking meatball? Is that
Hillbilly?
That's
meatball.
That's Aqua Teen.
That's not Squidbilly. That's
That's
Aqua
Aqua
Teen.
Teen. Yeah,
that's Aqua Teen. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Every time I watch that, you know what it is? I think that little goofy style, it works. It works for the cartoons because a talking meatball is just funny off rip. Like you ain't even got to do too much. That shit just funny by itself. Like I wouldn't watch it a lot, but every time I would come across it, I'm like, this shit's stupid as fuck.
But
go ahead.
You laugh at
Aqua Teen. I'm not this question off.
Go ahead.
Yeah. For the younger people on the panel, do y'all ever go back and watch like old black cinema from the black and white era, like Watermelon Man and all of those old economies? Have y'all ever went and did an appreciation of like just looking at? Can y'all tolerate it? Can y'all watch a black and white movie?
The furthest
my dad like that shit. My dad like
the furthest I ever went back to comedy, and my father, he forced me to do it, and I'm glad he did it. Was two things. He made me watch Here Comes the Judge, whatever that was.
That's Pig Meat Markham.
Yeah, Pig Meat Markham. He made me watch Rudy Raymore, Dolomite. So I did see Dolomite, like on the VHS versions. And I saw, minus the records. Like I heard my grandfather's Red Fox records and all of that shit. But the oldest thing I saw was the guy that used to dress up like a woman. He had like a variety show.
Yeah, that's Flip Saunders.
Flip Wilson. Yeah.
Flip Wilson. Flip Wilson.
Yeah, Flip.
Yeah, that's Flip Wilson.
Yeah, but the comedy shows like Red Fox. I got an appreciation for Red Fox through Syndicated with Sanford and Son. Now that's timeless comedy because I saw that one in my 20s. And that shit was funny as hell.
Yeah, Sanford and Son was funny. That's funny.
But they goddamn Corey, them goddamn records they used to record for they stand up. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's how I got into Richard Pryor, bro. Like every Saturday. That was on my dad had a Ken Wood stereo, bro.
I got Mom Mayberry on the album. I collect all of that stuff. I go to like thrift stores and look for all of that. And I got Mom Mayberry on album, doing her whole skit.
Who is that? Who is Mom Mayberry?
She's the funniest black woman ever. Mom Mayberry is the funniest black woman.
Are y'all trying to say Mom's Mabley? Is that the same person?
Mom Mayberry.
Yeah. No, it ain't Mayberry. It's Mabley.
Yeah.
It's Mabley. Mom's Mabley.
Yeah. Margie.
I heard her record too. When I heard
I got a record.
Yeah, I heard her on record.
Y'all never seen the movie Watermelon Man? If y'all young, I suggest y'all go watch that.
Watermelon Man? Hell no. That shit
sounds crazy, huh?
Yeah, it's a black man that wake up white. and he try and change himself black. The whole of it.
Oh, that's
You
about
gotta
Chef.
watch the movie, man.
Are you talking about Chef movie?
It's an old black and white movie. I'm just trying to tell you, y'all go back and y'all see
Chef,
some of the archives. They got funny
nigga say
scenes
that.
that you
Nigga
gotta be
say
able to tolerate.
They say that's Chef biography.
Nigga made an autobiography of Chef. Okay. Nigga was black 2 weeks ago and woke up white. Okay. My nigga.
Bros, this is what I'm saying, bros. This is what I'm saying.
You feel me?
You said go back in time and watch all of these black comedies and all of these black comedians from vaudeville. You realize where these white comedians get the material from. And then you start to understand that all of this regurgitate old black comedy. They're not funny.
Hey, but Chef, hey, process, Chef. Hey, but Stu Pease.
Even the shows regurgitate black comedy. They're not funny. So when a black person saying, "Oh, this is funny," it's because you never see the original. Because once you came in contact with the original, you realize that this is actually a bad copy of black comedians. They're not funny.
Did
y'all think Married with Children was funny? Did y'all find that funny? That was one of my favorites.
Yeah, Married with Children was funny. No question. No question. Al Bundy prepared me for married life the same way my dad.
That nigga was tripping though.
That was Al Bundy was Family Guy before that was allowed on TV. You know what I'm saying?
Matter of fact,
what do y'all think about this, though?
Christina Applegate was one of the first white women I thought was pretty. Fuck Umar Johnson.
What do y'all think about
Peggy looked better than I thought Peggy looked better than Christina to me.
In Sons of Anarchy, maybe.
Okay. Yo, I want to ask y'all this question. What y'all think? Because I think at the same time that was when the Cosby Show out.
Yes, it was.
And I'm talking about the juxtaposition of the good black family and then the degenerate white family on television and how that
it was placed on to compete against Cosby Show. It was
really.
It was yes at that time. Yes.
And then it's got another thing where like the white family, they're still degenerate, is still living at a level that's comparable.
Don't go past
to the
that.
to the
I just
black
want you to stay right there.
family.
Don't go past it. Are y'all trying to say that Married with Children was created to go against the like, there's some kind of connection with
Did
the
it
Cosby
come on at
Show?
the same time slot?
Yes.
Did it come on at the same time slot? I gotta look that up.
No, not the same.
No, I don't know about that. What I'm saying is the image. No. I'm talking about the image. Go ahead, Stu Pease. There you talk.
All right. If you look at TV Guide in that time, it was a direct competitor to the Cosby Show. Type it in on Google. Was Married with Children the direct competitor to Cosby Show? Yes. Because it was the actual image thing that a white degenerate family can outdo a black upstanding family. You don't understand the politics of TV. I'm not preaching black politics enough.
Who else? Anybody else? Who else in here don't know about that?
Yeah, that's a new one for me.
They're not old enough.
That's what I was bringing up. Why you think Stu Pease finally agree with me?
I know, but I think y'all the only ones that agree. I'm trying to see if anybody else.
Because we was alive at the time and we could see like, cause we love Al Bundy, but Al Bundy, if you even look at the way look at how the set was. You come in, there's a going upstairs, there's a kitchen, and look at the Cosby Show set. Look how the set even mimic each other.
Connection to.
And you got the degenerate, broken white family still living at a standard that's comparable to the black family, but the black family is doing everything we talk about. They got a
they didn't live at a standard comparable to the Cosby. That's not true.
This and that. Al Bundy just selling shoes.
No, but that's not true.
You don't remember the episode where the shoe store was about to shut down, where Al Bundy was going to get laid off and shit.
Like, they was not living at no comparable level to the Cosby. That's not true.
Yeah, because he's still at his house.
No, Bud and Kelly was always shoplifting and stealing and all kind of shit for
Yeah,
money.
Bud was a select kleptomaniac. Bud and Kelly.
Hey, y'all want to hear
I
something
agree with
crazy?
all of that, but the boy had the house. Y'all missing the point.
Hold on.
If that would have been a black
Now,
store, them people would have went to jail and never had the host.
no, hold on. But I will say this: I don't know about the political connection, but I did just find out. And Chef, when you're ready to talk about it, now that we heard the titles, but when I heard them, I just looked this shit up. You know, the original title of Married with Children was not the Cosbys.
Yes.
Wow, that's crazy.
I'm trying to explain this to you, but y'all don't get it. Y'all wasn't alive at the time of these things. We was young and perceptive, and we could see the thing, B. Because you always, I'm telling you right now, you always in your mind, you looked at the family as married with children. Hold on, stupid, let me get this out. You looked at the family and married with children as a black family, and I am mine. And you looked at Cosby as a white family, and I am mine.
I didn't.
That's why you love all the things, and you can say they were stealing, they was kleptomaniac. This was the y'all be.
No, I
didn't see it like that.
I didn't see it that way.
No,
but
it says that it was 84 and 87. So I mean, I saw reruns, but I'm saying 84, 80. Cosby Show was 84. Married with Children was 87, but it did say, I don't know what that means per se, but it did say that it was supposed to be the working title before Married with Children, it was supposed to be called Not the Cosbys. So it was made.
I understand that. I can understand that, but it was actually depicting white trash. You feel me?
Right.
But to say that, black, it was depicting black people because they was kleptomaniacs, and that's how crazy that is.
Yeah, that means you associate that behavior.
You associate that behavior.
He's what he's doing, Chef. He's basically saying that he's saying
black people.
He's saying that the reason why black people
done, I'm gonna tell y'all the point of the show when y'all done.
Yeah, he's trying to say, he's trying to say that the black people who find the show funny and like the show is because we're attracted to that sort of degeneracy. That's basically what we could identify with it. That's what I'm getting from what he's saying.
I did not identify with that shit. Please, let me say something, please. The show was. Let me say this, Braz. The show was an actual white caricature of a black family. That was the show. Yes, it was. You go to show of white poor people. That's what you see. But go read at the time of black people. Black people was writing. Y'all making that one up. Y'all making that one up. Y'all fucked that up. And I like Married with Children. Y'all fucking that up.
I like Married with Children too, B. I'm telling you, B.
White people don't.
I watch more Married with Children than the Cosby Show. I can tell you that as a fact.
I think white people don't know how to joke about themselves without taking shots at fucking black people. It was a taking shot show. It was a taking shot show. That's what it was. Go read up on what white black people was writing about the show. Because it was a diametric opposite to Cosby Show. Is that what? This is what it is. This is the black people. All right. Make him play the face.
What if like both shows? What if you like both shows?
Make him play the face. Yeah, because they're playing in the face, so you don't know.
No, dude, what I'm trying to tell you, it was a depiction of what was supposed to be the normal family in America. So you could more identify with this because there was flaws, real flaws, not what little Huxtables went through. These people were fundamentally flawed. And you know people like this. You could relate Al Bundy to your uncle. How many people could relate an uncle to Bill Cosby? How many black people really got an uncle like Bill Cosby? And how many got an uncle more like Al Bundy? Come on, man. What are you talking about? That's why it was more relatable. Why is this a problem? I watch more Married with Children than Cosby Show. I can admit that I didn't even like Cosby Show like that. It's like a different word. With the Wayne and them people, that's all. Cosby Show was boring to me. This is a fact.
It can't be binary though, because because it's not gonna either. Like if you look at your uncles or whatever, they may not look like neither.
Yeah, that's a good point.
No, I'm saying when you come from a working class community and they're highlighting dysfunction in the family, rather than trying to show a family overcoming dysfunction, more people are gonna relate to the dysfunction of family because they have people in their family like that. It's just that simple. But while they were still a dysfunctional family, they kept the house. They never ended up in a trailer park. They never had a court case and all of this and that. They still live good. They live like the normal American. Like we can be degenerate and still maintain. If all of those themes, and that was a black show, with all of those themes, those people would have had to go to prison. There's no way you could have did all of that in a black show and nobody not go to prison.
Yeah, but they didn't live good though. The Bundys did not live good. That's the only pushback.
And I get his point because the police would bring
Chef
blood
just put
home
in the chat
every day.
Yo, sometimes white people ain't thinking about y'all.
Right. No, but absolutely. I agree with that. But did you hey Anathema, did you realize
shit, this nigga shot
hey Anathema, did you realize that the police brought Bud home every day? Like every time the door
he said sometimes white people ain't thinking about y'all.
No, but the black boy would have disappeared because he would have had to go do some time.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. I think all this blackology. We need to open some windows.
No, but you're denying the fact, bro.
I'm not saying blackology. I'm just saying the juxtaposition of things.
I don't want y'all to. Don't cuss me out. Just make a mistake.
No, but you're denying the fact that the show was named not the Cosby Show.
No. I think it was called not Cosby Show, right? But I don't think it was not Cosby in the political way that y'all saying. I think hold on. Before y'all go. I'm trying to maintain a low tone. I'm saying I don't think it was called Not Cosby in the political way y'all talking about. I think it was named Not Cosby in the fact that it was just like, this ain't some nice, where we're teaching life lessons and all of that. This is like, how like what's the black cartoon?
Boondocks.
How Boondocks is just anti everything else. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like Family Guy. How it's not a political thing to show you what white people could do versus what black people could do. I think Married with Children was just showing you like we're not trying to give you a message.
It was paying the compliment to the Cosbys.
No, I'm not. I didn't ask the political. Hold on,
That's exactly what it was doing. It was like, yo, they put together.
Hold on. I brought the.
Right.
Hold on. Hold on now. I posed the compliment. Stu Pease took it to the political because I just posed the question. Remember, I said, I said if you just juxtapose the two. That's all I'm asking. I wanted to explore the thought. So don't say I'm saying it was a political thing. I'm just saying when you juxtapose
okay, so that was Stu Pease. Okay.
Right.
I didn't know.
Stu Pease brought in the political part. I just wanted to explore that if you juxtapose these two shows, that you see this dynamic happening. Now, whether it was for political reasons or even artistic effect, because as an artist, the greater the contrast, the more the interest. You understand? So even as an artist, I would explore this theme without a political interest or motivation in it. I would just think it was funny. It was a way to mock this and mock that. And then if people got, the joke. You understand? That's how I'm looking at it. So I just wanted to explore the idea because we always talk about, you got to remember, we have these conversations where you say that the most degenerate white person, right, still gets a feeling that they're more superior than the more successful black person.
Oh, yeah, these are
But then
facts.
they put the television on, they put 2 television shows on, one showing a degenerate family that's still able to maintain a lower middle class lifestyle because somebody said they wasn't living good. But if you're in the projects and you're watching them in their own house and whatever they're going through, to you, they living good. They're making it manage. They're making it work. You understand what I say? They're not the Cosbys, though. You understand what I say? But they're still able to live better than the average black people with those same type of conditions. And that's what I'm trying to explore. Like, there's something to that. There's something to that where you see the black family.
It's political. Continue, and listen, man. Because it was political.
Wait. Before you go further, y'all thought Married with Children. Y'all thought that was like they was living good. Because I heard them say that. I just want to be clear.
Living good.
No, they're living good compared to poor black folks.
Okay.
That a shoe salesman, a white shoe salesman, can live better, can have his own house in a relatively good neighborhood, because he lives in a relatively good neighborhood. Right?
Maybe I had to be alive. Maybe I had to be alive when this came out. Because when I saw this later, I ain't get it. I'm just being honest. I didn't get that. I hear what y'all saying. I'm just saying I'm not trying to tell y'all wrong, but I'm not getting the
you want,
I'm not getting.
At that time, you probably wasn't old enough.
I wasn't born.
At that time, you wasn't born. So
it came out in '84. I wasn't hearing it.
You can't say manipulation. I thought that they were pushing.
No, but Chef was alive, and he ain't getting that either, Snoopy.
Chef was younger. Chef was a little boy.
Chef was 30 years old in '84. What you talking about? It was 30. It was damn near, he was balding at that point.
Yeah, but if you understand the imagery that was portrayed, and it was.
But nobody's getting that except you, Stoopies. Can you recognize that though? Can you accept that part? You're like the people that were alive during that time.
It's the same thing. There's a whole lot of things we discussed that the people were alive at that time were unaware of, and they were just.
No, but you said it wasn't political too, and you just said it was just.
No, but I'm saying there's some juxtaposition. No, I'm saying there's some juxtaposition, and Stoopies is drawing a political conclusion. But I'm saying there's an effect for that juxtaposition.
Just let them have it.
Let them have it. Like I'm not even arguing that one.
It's a prior to the Cosby Show. Prior to the Cosby Show, the only person I had was Good Times. Look, George Jefferson, the Jeffersons. That was the only middle class, upper middle class family I had on TV. Those two were the only two we had. Right? They didn't push back on the Jeffersons. But when the Cosby was coming out, there was pushback. If you live in the time of the Cosby, I watch the Cosby.
That was an American show. Black people didn't push back. What are y'all saying?
I don't think y'all on the same page.
We not.
Let's switch gears real quick. Did y'all find a movie named Three Strikes to be funny?
You broke up. You broke up. Yeah, you can hear you now. But
yeah, I was asking. You can switch gears up a little bit. Did y'all ever watch Three Strikes?
Three strikes.
Yeah,
bro, that shit is funny. That shit is funny. 3 Strikes is hilarious.
3 Strikes. Was Big Worm in that?
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, that was funny. That was like a West Coast funny. I didn't understand it. You know what's funny?
Nigga said I want some
3
hoochie
strikes. That's how
coochie.
I learned about the 3 strikes. Not learned about the 3 strikes law, but that was my first view into like how hard it would actually be when you got 2 strikes already to actually stay out of trouble. Like if you ain't got shit going on, this motherfuckers is really trying to just stay out of trouble so they don't get the 3rd strike.
Yo, he was riding with his mans in the V as soon as they got out.
Yeah,
that shit was crazy.
It's like
that nigga hopped out the V ducking bullets like, hold on.
Yeah, it could happen just like that, where it's like yeah, you ain't do shit with that third strike. One of them strikes you ain't had shit to do with it. You just caught up.
Yeah, it's people that got caught up. Well, they did do crimes like shoplifting. You know, that could be a third strike. You gone for life, like shit crazy.
Yeah.
But I love George Wallace was funny as fuck in that movie, bro.
George Wallace is just funny, period.
Yeah, George Wallace funny as hell, period.
Yeah,
but
he was
when
a
he talked,
stepdad, wasn't it? He was a stepdad.
nah, he was the dad. He was the dad.
That
That
was
was
the pop. Yeah, that was the pop. Yeah,
that was the dad.
Yeah, he was his
when he told him, I'm gonna leave. I said, nigga, I don't know why you announcing this shit.
Yeah, he said, why you announcing that shit? Go. Now, hey, real quick, Stu Bees, I want to say something real quick. Hold on, Stu. I was gonna say one something real quick. So, you know how y'all was telling us about Fat Joe and him saying us letting him say the word nigga.
Yeah.
So yesterday, and it's funny that we having this conversation today. So I saw on a documentary one of y'all posted in here. They showed a nigga named, what was that guy's name I was talking to Dad about yesterday, man? The TV show, the white guy. And I was like, y'all let this racist shit be on TV? Archie some shit. Archie
Bunker.
Archie Bunker. Yeah, that's one of my favorite shows.
I like
All
that
in the
show
Family.
too.
Right,
All
so
in the
I watched
Family,
this. So, right. So in this documentary that I saw, they showed like some of the shit that he was talking about.
Carl O'Connor, yeah.
How the fuck did this show?
TV was
make
raw
TV?
back then. No, TV was raw back then.
No, he said, how did y'all? He said, we got to move the fuck out of here because these Negroes moved on the block. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah.
He wasn't joking.
TV was raw back then, Brass. Like the topics that they covered, it's way more PC now. Like y'all can't handle shit now. You feel me? But back then, like you could get your shit off. So his next door neighbor was just as wild as him, right? But he was a black man. So they all used to get their shit off on each other.
The Jeffersons was his next door neighbor.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you know that? Not Brass. Do you know that was
the
a
Jeffersons
spinoff?
was like living in a fucking. I thought they lived in a.
No, they moved there. They moved there, Brass.
What you talking about? He used to live next door to that white man that you talking about.
And they moved to the east side, Brass. They moved on up. That's why they said they moved on up.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so they live next door. Hold on. So let's debunk. Stupid's right now.
Yeah.
Right. So
on what?
In All in the Family, right? That was depicting a poor white family, right? Was they trying to actually portray a black family? No.
Let him finish, Stu. Let him finish. Hey, Stu, you gotta let him finish. Stu, please. Let him finish talking.
And then when the black family moved next door, the black family had more class and more money than the fucking white family that they moved next to. Would that be crazy? The black family had their own fucking business. You feel me? And the white man still tried to look down on him for moving into his neighborhood. And he actually had more than the fucking white man.
Okay. Can I answer that now?
Go ahead.
You need to read the book, A Raisin in the Sun. Anybody in here who haven't read the book?
Joe.
Yeah, I read the Raisin in the Sun. I went to the play. Hey, matter of fact, I went to the play when the Diddler was playing them up.
Let me finish.
That was blasphemy. 48.
Hold on, let me see where he's going with this.
Yeah, where you going with this?
I like Lilies in the Field, actually. That's one of my favorite movies.
Can I finish? George Jefferson is like many Jamaicans who moved down to Florida in the 70s.
He wasn't no damn Jamaican.
He said light. He said light, man. He's using a
Let him get his shit off, Jeff. Let him finish, man. Start yelling, bro. Let him get his shit off. Let him get his shit off.
When they moved down there in the 70s,
Go ahead, bro, because he'll flip the fuck out.
The people moved out. George Jefferson started his cleaning business. He made enough money to move into a nice neighborhood. Some of them wasn't poor. He wasn't poor. He was a veteran.
He served in World War II. He had a nice house in a nice neighborhood. So what you're saying that he was poor, he was not poor. He lived in a nice middle class community. George Jefferson, I watched an episode when George Jefferson's son told him that they were the one who bought the house because they didn't think that black people could afford the house. So when you say that he lived in a poor neighborhood, he did not. He lived in a middle class white neighborhood. George Jefferson is the one that moved up.
So what's the Jamaican connection?
The Jamaican connection is that once black people started moving in these white neighborhoods, because I don't know about the white neighborhoods that the black American moved to, but I know about when my aunts moved up here. Within 2 years, all of the white family moved out of Lauderdale. So I'm just using that example.
That's white flight, but that's a common phenomenon.
So
am I
when
missing the Jamaican connection, bro?
When you was talking about, hold on. Yeah.
Okay.
No, he
You said
didn't make a Jamaican connection, Brad. He just made.
He said George Jefferson was like a Jamaican. Didn't he say that?
No,
He's talking about
no.
like as a coon, as a sellout, as somebody that got money and moved out of the community and still had these reservations about white people but still anti-black. What kept George Jefferson silent was the beard and being white. Other than that, people would call him a coon.
Yeah. He moved out to the projects and he went into a nice middle class neighborhood because his cleaning business was taken off. And when his cleaning business became very established, he moved out of that nice middle class white neighborhood, to use the word nice in open and close quotation, and went up to the east side of Manhattan, a skyscraper. Not the west side, the east side. At that time, that was the expensive side. George was rich. Yeah, George was rich. Wasn't
I
poor.
watched that shit all through college.
Right.
Yeah, but you didn't answer Chef's question though.
I like
because
George Jefferson.
real quick,
there's no
Y'all can call
similarity.
George Jefferson what y'all want. George Jefferson, my kind of nigga. I like him. Love him. Love him. Love him. Love him.
I can answer. All right. Archie Bunker was such a real character that people was shocked when Carl, what's his name, Carl O'Connor, when he became Bill Gillespie on Heat of the Night, and he went through that whole transition. He went through that whole transition because people remembered him as Archie Bunker, and you literally saw that character's racism being broke in Chief Bill Gillespie. And the whole point of the series started to be
was
about
in the heat of the night was a comedy.
No. And what I'm going to say to Chef is when you first watch Archie Bunker, he sounds like your old racist uncle that kept it real. That's what he sounds like. He's a white man, but he sounds like your old racist uncle from the South or from Yard that keep it real about the people.
You want the drink?
That's why black people watch the show. As racist as you want, that's why black people watch the show. They can relate to those type of characters. All right, B. Okay, y'all think I'm saying something crazy.
When he told his wife, put up the good china, they get paper plates on TV. I'm trying to figure out how he got away with that. Doing it. That's all.
That's because TV back then was very raw.
It was real.
Like
that shit.
That would happen in the black household.
It is
racist.
But Brad, it's a depiction of real life. It's a depiction of real life at the time. So the real life was
racist. Yeah, but I mean, this shit got called one of the greatest TV shows all fucking time.
It was. Why? Because of racist. So wait a minute, Brad. Let me get this correct. So because one of the principal, hold on. So because one of the main protagonists in the show is a racist, that precludes it from being
actually he's a bigot. Actually he's a bigot because he don't have no power. They pitched him as a bigot.
Because he's broke. But we just don't act like we don't know what racism and bigot. We just using it as a conversation. We know the difference. Yeah. But I'm saying yes, there's racist people on TV. I get that, or racist characters on TV. I get it. But I'm saying the whole premise of the show is overtly bigotry. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like I watched 20 minutes of it, and in 20 minutes, he said 7 things that even in 2025, unless you on like HBO, you can't say none of that shit. None of it.
Yeah, you definitely a millennial. I'm with Chef on this one. I'm with Chef on this one.
Are y'all taking shots at me because I'm targeting racism and y'all? I feel like y'all taking a shot. I don't know. I be having to be careful, but I feel
no, because you've been desensitized by language and what is considered obscene because they put in all of the new language provisions where they have the phrase, man, bumbaclaw. Y'all know the phrase me I talk about where you have to be neutral in your language, bumbaclaw, politically correct, and all of them something there. So then those shows went out. You gotta remember the Flintstones used to smoke. You gotta remember, like there was things that was on television now you couldn't believe.
Anathema, what he's saying though, what Brass is saying, what Brass is saying though is like the show was centralized.
No, that's what he's looking at it with black eyes. But the show is centered around is how this is how no. But that whole this is what you don't get. His personality is literally destroying his family. And the whole show is about him being outdated. That's why the black people come and they're better than him
and move up.
Replacing him and replacing him.
You know what? Anathema makes a great point because
he beats up his wife. He abuses her. She becomes this little stale little woman. There's a whole other thematic going on if you actually watch the show. But what you're responding to is blackology because you just listen to the parts of his character that make him this destructive person to his family. And that was the point of the show. If you actually watch it.
I only saw 20 minutes. Right? I'm just responding to 20 minutes. I don't have an in-depth understanding.
Real quick, listen, right? So yesterday when I was talking to Chef and he asked me about why would white folks do this and that, right? And I said they're petty, right? That was the brilliance of that show, as Anathema just so eloquently put it, is because people who are like staunch white supremacists like that, they're caricatures, literally. And they're like that's what made the show, that's what made the shit funny and brilliant, because he was extremely sexist too. Like he treated his wife like shit. He treated his nephew, the one who was always calling meathead. He talked bad about Polish people, right? He was always Polacks and talking about the Polacks, using slurs and shit. So yes, it was centered around him, but it was showing how ridiculous he was. That was the joke. That's what I found it funny. I thought that shit was fun. I could still watch it today. It's funny because people like him, they're ridiculous.
Okay.
You just can't wrap your head around. You just can't wrap your head around like something like that.
It was like I guess it was like a shock. I guess it was like a shock because it was like because nigga, you get. When I first saw when you first see it, you like, what the fuck did he say? And then it's like, and then it was like, then he hit him with the paper plate shit. Now I know that that's real shit. I'm just thinking like, remember how what year did In the Living Color come out?
Like 88, 89, something like that.
Anybody know? I remember.
Yeah, that's about right. That's about right around. It couldn't have been no earlier than 86.
Hold on. Somebody
said thinking about 88 though.
The sitcom.
When I was watching
the sketch comedy thing.
Yeah, the sketch comedy.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Oh, In Living Color.
In Living Color.
Yeah, that was it.
88 somewhere like.
So 88 something like that. When you first when I saw it on Comedy Network, right, or whatever the fuck they used to call that show, and I was looking at I was like, bro, they used to have like when they had the 2 gay people and shit, and the fucking
oh yeah,
like
no,
that
that's
shit
not
was.
the
I'm
ambiguous.
like, y'all, they used to do that shit, man. So maybe
yeah. Dude, on Saturday night.
That was funny. It was called Men something.
Men of Men or some shit like that.
Hey, but Corey, Saturday Night Live had their own version of that same shit, but it was in cartoon form. That ambiguously gay duo, that shit was funny.
Yeah. That was funny as hell too. That was funny as hell. But that's where Jim Carrey come from, Brass, just in case you didn't know that.
Oh yeah,
In case you're too young to know that.
I saw the
Shit,
documentary. That's where
how about
they
that
did a
movie?
show about they did a thing showing where J-Lo came from, and they was saying they was
when she was a dancer, yeah, she was a
they
dancer.
was like you just used to be the one comedian was like you was just the bitch that we used to fuck on in Living Color. This bitch is never this is the world.
But that's when you gotta go back. That's when you gotta go back, right? And you do the history, and you go to the vaudeville, and then after the vaudeville show, you go to like the Caribbean show.
What's that? What's vaudeville?
But I want to go back to the heat of the night real quick. Let me make my comment on the heat.
Do that. All right, do that. I'm sorry.
What is in the heat of the night first? Is that a comedy?
The heat of the night is what y'all was talking about, wasn't it?
Drama. No, we was talking about No, Corey, we were talking about All in the Family, and then we started talking about
like Archie Bunker's show or something.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same actor. It's the same actor in both shows. He went from
So what's in the heat of the night? What's that about?
It's
that was a late night comedy. I mean, that was a late night drama that my grandmother used to watch. Right?
How the hell do you know in the heat of the night? You know what I mean?
Listen, everybody who got a grandmama know what the hell the heat of the night is.
Corey, my wife literally just said, I said, how the fuck did you see this shit? Because, I've been calling my wife the Dominican.
Every grandmama in America.
I've been trying to figure out I told my wife, 18 plus years, I'm still trying to figure out how old she is to this point. Right? But she a Dominican baseball player until we figure this out. But motherfucker, she literally just said what you just said. I said, how the fuck did you see that? She's like, I'm watching my grandma.
Man, grandmama,
that's exactly what she said.
See, the heat of the night came on when you were supposed to go to bed, right? So that because grandmama and them put your ass to bed so they can watch heat of the night. But every now and then, right, I could stay up. And if you stand up, you're not watching Nickelodeon. I'm sorry. You're watching In the Heat of the Night and Murder, She Wrote, right? But let me say, the white dude, Bubba, right? I swear to God, if my granny had the chance, right, she would have left my grandfather for Bubba, man. She had a crush on Bubba.
Hey, baby, who is Bubba? Corey just said if his grandmother had
Bubba is one of the heat of the night.
he would have left his grandmother would have left his grandfather for Bubba. Who the fuck is Bubba? Yeah.
Bubba's one of the officers that worked in the police.
He one of the officers.
Go ahead.
Who was the person? Who was in Heat of the Night? Who was in it? I know y'all.
Hold on. You don't know. Hold on. First of all, you can't even understand the significance of this because this comes from the Sidney Poitier movie, right? Remember, Sidney Poitier did a movie. He was the first to slap a white man on television in the movie.
I did see a documentary about that. I did see that where he slapped.
So then they took that and they parlayed that into the heat of the night.
Yeah, I saw that.
They parlayed that into.
Him? He said, "I don't know yet." He slapped the shit out that white man. He said, "Ain't you going to arrest him, Sheriff?" He said, "I'm not quite sure yet." So they tried to figure Sidney Poitier out. That nigga was afraid of Sidney Poitier on the low. I saw that. That was in a documentary.
Yeah, so that movie was so popular and so powerful in the black community that they decided to make it into a series. But Sidney Poitier had become a big actor, and he didn't want to do no series. So then they searched for, young and up and coming actors.
That's when they got Yaphet. They got Yaphet Kotto, right?
No, he came later, right? Wasn't it the boy from the Reading Rainbow boy first?
No, it wasn't the Reading Rainbow. It was the older guy with the small fro, with the little fro, black dude.
Yeah, that's Yaphet Kotto.
Koto, he should be on the House of
Yeah, the original one was Yase Koto.
Hey, the nigga blacker than me. Hey, listen, he was night, right? He was blacker than me.
In the motherfucking, he should be on the House. Yaphet Koto is a crit. That's a Jabario Saze cousin. That nigga is right there.
No doubt.
That's a hell of an African name. Yaphet Koto. God damn. Let me look up.
I guess they got curl up on her. Listen, he was over. Y'all didn't realize that dude, he was a detective. Bubba was just a beat cop. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, he looked like his name too, Brass. When you look it up, you know, yeah, that's
I'm about to look up.
He actually blacker than me, Brass.
And that name is. I'm about to call somebody.
I think you two shades blacker than me. Yeah, blacker than me.
Oh hell yeah! I know 1,000 niggas look like Yaphet Koto. This nigga look like his middle name is Serious and his last name is Business. God damn! This nigga ain't playing no games. Even on his birthday, he ain't playing games.
That nigga ain't got no admixture, nigga.
That nigga that nigga got a protruding mandibular.
Absolutely.
The limb structure, all the limb structure shit y'all be talking about.
He got a tropical limb proportion.
This nigga got all of that. But
hey, who had a more perfect baby afro than that though, bro? Like nobody wore that baby. That nigga had the most perfect baby afro, and then like the way it hit the studio lights, that motherfucker glistened.
His afro is
glistened just right in the studio lights, though, right? You know how you hit the angle in that baby fro, it glisten a little bit. His shit always glistened at the right time. You know what I'm saying? Like he do that little smile.
This the nigga from Aliens. That's why I remember him. He from Alien. He was in
he was. He was in
the first Alien.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was in Alien. That's how I'm an Alien fanatic. I done seen all them shits, even the old. I remember him. He was the motherfucker that was telling motherfuckers, throw this nigga off the ship. Fuck that. Yeah, I like him. How did he not ever play Last King of Scotland? He looks like the Last King of Scotland in the flesh. That nigga looks exactly like the Last King of Scotland. No makeup.
He should have definitely been in a slave movie. That nigga definitely should have been in a slave movie, bro. Like,
I'm pretty sure if you looked at his history, he definitely was in. He was
they're wrong. Hold on now. Y'all wrong, man. It's Harold Rollins that played Detective Chief first in the Heat of the Night. It's not on Yaphet Koto. He came later after old boy got another drug problem. And he left the series. And then they started replacing them people.
Okay. Yeah, I know Yaphet Koto. Yo, ain't nobody blacker though, since we on the subject. So yeah, allow me to fuck this up for half a second. The blackest person I've ever seen on TV, and I mean this, I don't give a damn what y'all think of me when I say this. Y'all ever see the first Predator? Remember the first one where they went to the jungle?
That nigga black as hell, bro. I know who you talking about. That nigga is black, bro.
Wait.
Ernie Mac is light-skinned. Ernie Mac is light-skinned compared to that nigga, bro. Ernie Mac is light-skinned.
You know you done fucked up, right?
No,
that's him. That's him. Yeah.
Oh, that's him. Oh yeah, Bill Duke. Yeah, you talking about Bill Duke?
Bro, that is the blackest nigga I've ever seen. Ever. Any. I mean, when he was in Predator,
he was in Predator.
That nigga was hiding. Hey, remember he smiled and they showed his fucking gums and teeth? I was like, God damn.
So you gotta remember too. You gotta remember too. A lot of time it be the lighting of the movies too.
Nah,
he's still black in the motherfucker.
I saw him in I Know You Fucked Up, Don't You? Whatever. I remember
that
scene in that movie.
Society. He was black in the motherfucker in, bro. That nigga black.
It's just impressive.
He was in another army movie. He was in another army movie other than Predator, bro, where he was playing a soldier. The nigga was blacker than a motherfucker. All you could see was his teeth and gums in the whole movie. The whole movie, all you could see was his teeth.
That nigga was black as hell. Yaphet Kotto was black, but this guy in Predator, just when you get a chance, go back and look at this Predator in 4K.
We know who he is.
That
Brad.
nigga black, bro. That nigga black.
Yo,
He was black.
yo, fun fact. Yaphet Kotto is the Israelite, right? And he was in enough movies. He was a big time black actor in the 70s and early 80s. He's in enough movie with enough people. Once you see him face and you start watch and study cinematography and filmology and all of them something there, you go see Yaphet Kotto. You know, whole heap of movies.
Yeah, he played in a lot of movies.
My dad,
And he's a Nigerian Israelite. He's a Nigerian Israelite. And he'll tell you he's Hebrew. He's like actually he turned to a
Midnight
Hebrew.
Run is one of his favorite movies. He said Midnight Run. He said Yaphet Kotto was from Midnight Run. I don't know what that is. He said that's one of his favorite shows or movies.
I keep. You ever seen Boo Baker with Robert Redford?
Who?
Boo Baker.
Robert Redford. Oh, okay.
He's an Indian?
No,
he's a white boy.
Robert Redford are the white actors. But Yaphet Kotto's in that. It's a movie about the prison. That movie's about the prison.
Ford, not Foot, Brass. Red Ford.
I said Red. Yeah,
I
Red
thought he
Ford.
said Robert Redford.
I said Redford. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, I was about to say, that nigga gotta be an Indian. Don't tell me he ain't.
No. Watch that movie Boo Baker if you never seen it. Like it's an
Boo
important
Baker,
movie. Yaphet Kotto's in that, and what's the boy? Not Samuel L. Jackson, but who are the next one?
Mm-hmm.
The old nigga like Samuel L. That everybody call. I can't think of his name right.
Oh, Bill Duke. That's his name. KJ told us.
No, I'm not talking about Bill Duke. I'm talking about
Morgan Freeman.
I'm not saying you.
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman is actually young in the movie. Morgan Freeman is actually young in the movie. You can see like Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, he's young.
But he still look old in the motherfucker.
Yeah, they telling us what the other guy's name was. That's what I'm saying.
So yeah, so when you watch the movie,
Morgan Freeman was old when he was young, though, bro.
There's never been a time that
he was born old. That nigga came out the womb old.
Called Cornbread Earl and Me. It was supposedly with a young Lawrence Fishburne and a young Morgan Freeman. Them niggas look the same age they is right now.
Yeah, Lawrence Fishburne is one of them movies, one of them niggas too. Like he always was 40. Like it was never a time where he was 40. Lawrence Fishburne. That's the youngest Lawrence Fishburne. That's it.
That's too funny. Hey, listen, hold on.
Breaking up.
I saw a movie where Morgan Freeman. It was a meme, I guess, but unless it was fake. But Morgan Freeman was a pimp. He slapped the shit out of Superman. A white woman was talking shit. I guess he was like a pimp or something. And Superman, Christopher Reeve, was like a reporter or something. When I tell you he slapped the shit out of this woman in front of him, I mean, he slapped the dog shit out of this woman. And Christopher Reeve thought he was going to step up. Morgan Freeman was about to slap the shit out of him. I'm going to go get that clip. It's one of them. And they said he was young. He looked old as fuck in that movie.
Hey,
he was young in that. He was young in that movie.
Speaking about the 70s and the 80s, right? And as far as like cinema and TV being like irreverent in terms of the shit they would discuss, there's a movie called, I know it's called Pat, P-A-T. So it's something, What About Pat, or It's Pat, something like that. And it's about an androgynous person. You know, basically a hermaphrodite.
Really?
And yes, bro. And throughout the whole movie, they just making fun of
the androgynous Pat. The androgynous Pat. Yeah, that shit.
Yeah, Smalls was in that motherfucker.
This nigga.
Yo, remember they did not.
You gotta look up Smalls IMDb. That nigga was in that shit. That nigga said that shit fast as hell. They can give you
Yo, Haskell is nice. I want to ask y'all, you think they can make masks nowadays? I'm talking about the original movie mask. Not the cartoon, the original movie mask.
You talking about Jim Carrey movie?
Oh, with the dude with
I'm talking about the dude with the retarded face.
with the face, yeah. You don't remember that dude?
With Cher. I saw
They
that.
look like elephant
Yeah.
Yeah, they can make that shit. They can
I
make
don't
that
think
shit.
they
Now
can
they
redo
couldn't
that.
call them retarded like you just did, but they could definitely make the movie.
It's gonna be
We
all
don't use the
all
word retarded no more.
it's gonna be all progressive and all of that type of shit. But
Right, you
I think
just
the
can't
way
call
the
them
whole
retarded. They can make the movie, but you can't call them. They won't use the.
no, but they made fun of those people too in those movies, brass. It wasn't
I
just
didn't
about
see. I
calling
guess
them.
I didn't see the whole movie. I know.
Like,
Cher was in it. You know what's funny, Haskell? A lot of these movies y'all named, I only know them because of the memes on Instagram. Because they showed the part where he died. I guess he just went to sleep, never woke up or some shit. And she was like a biker chick or something like that.
Yeah, she was she had a boyfriend or something like that.
Yeah, or Smalls.
Mhm.
Y'all ever been scrolling on YouTube? Let me make sure I ain't crazy. Y'all ever been scrolling on YouTube and you get them sites where they explain the whole fucking movie in like 9 minutes and shit? That's how I've seen a lot of these old ass movies.
Right.
Where they'll be like motherfucking it'll be like a real AI voice. White guy walks up the street. He
that's
says,
that's just like Eminem. Like when he first came out, he couldn't say that. You can't rap that shit today.
Yeah.
Talking
Yeah.
about
Oh,
raping
hell
your
no.
mama and
Oh my God. Could you imagine, bro? Could you imagine Eminem dropping now? The shit he was saying about Christina Aguilera and Backstreet Boys and gay people and shit. Hell no. Hell no. He would have been banned and off. Oh, fuck no. The only nigga like him that can get away with that shit. I don't know if y'all fuck with this kind of music, but Tyler the Creator. Tyler the Creator, when he first came out, he was a lot.
I couldn't listen to like. I see that shit too weird for me, man. But I heard him on the Clips. I heard him on the Clips album, and he could put his words together. He could actually rap. But
there's an old video. Just mark YouTube. There's an old video of his first. I've been a Tyler the Creator fan since they was in that group he had with all them niggas.
Odd Squad or Odd something.
No, it was a long name. It was like OW something. It was a Odd Future, but it was a long name. It was like OWKTFJ. But I know Odd Future. I know what you mean. But yo, he got a song called Goblin where he just raps and never leaves the stool. It was one of the first times I was like, yeah, this nigga's a genius. This is one of my favorite songs. The first line is, I'm a fucking walking paradox. Then he says, no, I'm not. He says, no, I'm not. Yo, just watch this. When you get a chance, just watch it. He kills himself. He kills himself at the end of the video.
That nigga really ate a roach. He really ate that.
Yeah, he ate a roach for the video.
And he kept filming. And nigga kept filming and recording while he was
he was. Niggas sleep on Odd Future, but when you look at the music that came out of that fucking group, you gotta put some respect, nigga.
I can't do the weird black.
Nigga, Frank
I
Ocean.
never really Future.
Nigga, without them, you don't get Frank Ocean.
Hey, I ain't even like that horrorcore. Remember when hip hop had this little horrorcore phase with the Grave Diggers? You had other couple groups that I could never get into that shit.
No, I never heard of them.
That weirdo,
that Goblin
the
shit.
weirdo shit.
Nah, Goblin. I like Goblin. I can still watch Goblin to this day. Cause it was creative. Like I like when a motherfucker do some shit like that. Do some shit, go the other way with everybody. That's how I look
ate
at
a roach and hung himself at the end.
Yeah. Yep. The shit, but the bars though, the shit he was saying was kind of fly.
And you know I'm a '90s head nigga. I'm stuck in a box. I ate a roach and hung it.
Nah, just listen. Just why he did
I'm
do it,
good.
so I ain't gonna get away from it. But the Ada Roach ain't that's just the shock value shit. The motherfucking the bar he spit on that motherfucker. He definitely spit. No question.
You know what it is too though? It's the black that's why I can't do it. Cause like Eminem was doing all that weird shit, but I associate weird shit like that with white people. So I could listen to it and oh yeah, I mean that's par for the course.
Have you ever hung around? Okay, all right. So I'm gonna challenge your blackology for half a second.
But look, a black dude with a but that's how black folks be in general though. Think about it, right? Like a white dude who eat roaches and shit, he's just like your quirky white friend. But a black dude doing that shit, you like
no.
You damn near want to beat the nigga up.
I'm about to educate you to something. Maybe a couple people in here might agree. They probably don't. Black kids in the suburbs, like suburban black kids, like been in the suburbs their whole life, not rich, just been in the suburbs their whole life with white friends. You really can't tell the difference all the time between them and white kids, other than they skin color. I like niggas like Tyler the Creator. I grew up with niggas like that. White motherfuckers that was black people that was just they skateboard, they fucking Pokemon, anime, all that shit. Like it wasn't really too much of a difference between them and like my white friends. Matter of fact, some of them was whiter than my white friends. For real.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying though, because you got white folks who grew up in that environment, but they don't do weird shit like the skateboard and all that. I'm with all that. When you start to get to eating roaches and like in the '90s, they had that
all
weird.
Of that too. How much time you spend in the suburbs, Haskell? How much time you spend in the suburbs?
Not much, seriously. But this is what I'm saying though. Not much, but this is what I'm saying though. I don't like weirdo behavior in general.
Okay,
you get what I'm saying? But if it's coming from because like skateboarding is not weirdo behavior. You know, talking about raping your mom, that's weird. Eating roaches, that's weird. Doing little gay games, you know, like them little frat games that them white boys like to do. Like they'll come put their dick on your forehead while you sleep and little shit like that's weird. It's not funny.
Did anybody in here have black friends from the suburbs? I just need to know before I say what I'm about to say. Nobody? Okay. So
I absolutely did. I had teammates in college that came from different families.
Right. All the white shit that you calling white shit, bro, the black motherfuckers from the suburbs do that same shit.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I find it weird when
throw water.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. No, they
do
that.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's not a black and white thing for me.
Right. You're just saying weird behavior in general.
Yeah, like that shit is. But I'm more typically
just being silly for no fucking reason. You just silly. Like everybody in this motherfucker just being, and you just a silly.
How you gonna put your crotch on my face and then
think it's funny?
Yeah, how is that funny?
I got you.
Like now, like I'ma really try to hurt you.
I'm ready to kill you.
Let's go, Nathan.
Kill you like
I skate.
Yeah, you
I skated Nathan. Let's go.
How mad I actually am, type shit. You ain't got no idea how bad this shit actually is.
It's white folks in the suburbs that's not with that shit.
But you know who you blame for that though? You know who you blame for that dumbass shit though? Y'all generation. Y'all. That fucking what's that show on MTV that y'all thought was so fucking funny?
The Real World
and all of that. No,
Jackass. Nah, that shit.
Yeah,
see,
them niggas.
And look, that's a perfect example. I didn't find that shit fun. Look, that shit was corny, and that's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. There's plenty of white people. There's plenty of white people from the same environments who thought that shit was stupid too, right?
Yeah,
the guy from Jackass, Steve-O, right?
Yeah.
Do you know? I don't know why, but they invited this motherfucker to ODB funeral, right? And do you know that this
I saw that they was about to beat his motherfucking ass? I saw that. Go ahead.
This motherfucker, I don't know if it was the wake or the funeral or the repast, one of them shits. This motherfucker with the grandmas and aunties all there with them old ass church hats and shit. This nigga pulled his fucking pants and drawers down and mooned the crowd.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, like, do you know how close you came to dying? Like, what are you, like, that's, like, what are you doing? It's that type of shit, bruh. It's like, that's not, that's
Yeah, they
weird,
had a whole
bruh.
crew of niggas. Johnny Knoxville, Bam Margera.
Yeah, all them weird Bam Margera.
Yo, he used to terrorize his people cribs, bro. I remember he had a show. I don't know if y'all remember that one with Bam Margera. This nigga used to pull pranks on his parents in the crib. I'm like, yeah, black parents wouldn't.
Nah, them niggas. I'll tell you this much though, Fetty. Them motherfuckers was I saw all them niggas like now. Them niggas is cooked. When I tell you they cooked, them niggas is cooked. You know how like motherfucker you look, you like, damn, you live a hard life, nigga.
That reminds me of Aries Spears bit, right? This one of the only bits I find from when Aries was actually funny. When that nigga said his little white homeboy would come to the crib and his mama would just bust in the door talking about, what's up? And his white homeboy be like, hey man, like she can't talk to you like that, man. Like this is your space. The nigga said he started talking to his friend like one of them old slaves. No.
We don't do that around here, bro. No, sir.
It's about Aries Spears.
You
don't get me in trouble.
A lot of those comedians, that shit is real.
No, that shit is super real.
One of my friends, when I tell you he cussed his mother out because she opened this fucking door. She opened the door. We was in the room. I think we was playing some game. I forgot exactly what the game was, but his mom opened the door. Man, he cussed her out, and she was apologizing. I was like, what the fuck is going on? That's real shit. That shit wasn't even a joke.
Yo, let me see you something. I don't know if y'all seen the picture I got up. I got a video up. This is a skateboard, because I know how to skateboard. I was in the skate shop. That's Malcolm X.
You would have
about skate. No, I'm for real.
I know.
They had it in the United States.
I'm just saying, you definitely have a sticker
Brad,
of Malcolm X on your skateboard.
It's not a sticker. This is a BNT. It's not a sticker. This is.
Oh, let me look at that shit. Put it up closer to the screen. Let me see that shit. Oh, that's fly. I thought that was just a sticker. Okay. Yeah,
that shit dope as fuck.
Yeah, that shit dope. I take everything.
Yo, but if you know what happens to the bottom of skateboards, and it was in a white skate shop, and I was like, wait a minute. No, man, give me that right there. You can't have that for them to go scratch up Malcolm X feet and ground and do all of that. You can't do that. Yeah, man. So then I put gold-plated destructor trucks on it. I put Spitfire bearings and Spitfire speed demon bearings and Spitfire wheels because Malcolm X Spitfire. The skateboard is going up in value. You understand? It's a speed demon. They make demon, but they made this board in commemoration of Malcolm X. But I thought it was funny, Star, because when I saw it, I was like, nah, man. When the skaters get this, they don't care about this. They scratch all of that up. I said, yo, I can see some white man just grinding on Malcolm's face. He said, nah, man, you can't have that up there, man. Give me that.
Yeah, on purpose.
So now I just got it as an art piece. You understand? I don't even write it. It's just there as an art piece. You understand?
I tried to skate one time. I fell within the first like 5 minutes. I never skated again. I've always had a thing about falling. I don't know if y'all got a thing about falling. I don't like to fall. I tried to do ice hockey. We had ice hockey at our high school. I tried to do that shit, fell. That was the end of that.
Yo, I don't know how they do them wiggle boards, bro. I don't get that. I'm like, how the fuck they do that shit?
Yeah, I don't know how they do none of that shit. I have a motherfucking proclivity to not fall. If it is,
when I was in California, right? When I got over there, I was young. I met some white people. They taught me how to skateboard. I could do ollie. I could do little street, pop shovey. But when they started doing the kick flip and all of them something there, and the way they would fire, that's when I knew say the man there was tough. You understand? The man that firing 40 miles an hour, hitting the ground, getting back up, like nothing happened. It's the blood clot. You know how to do that.
Nah, they pay later on though. When you start getting 30, 40 and up, yeah, you gonna feel that shit.
I can't even make that joke.
I seen Tony Hawk. I seen Tony Hawk on constant. That shit, nigga hit him. That shit was.
Wait, Tony Hawk on what? He was on Constant?
Tony Hawk was on constant. That shit. This nigga was on the little. What's the shit called when you go in the ramp and you? I forgot the name. This nigga when he go up, he flies off the skateboard and lands a front flip. I'm like, this nigga like 50, 60. He still doing that, nigga.
Nah, he's the GOAT. But you know what I like about Tony Hawk, Fetty? All them motherfuckers, for the most part, was drug addicts and motherfucking. Now you finding out the motherfuckers was molested and all kind of crazy shit. Tony Hawk was the only nigga, one of them that took that shit and said, "I'm gonna make $1 billion off this shit."
That video game was a hood classic, bro.
Yo, I couldn't stand skating, and I played Tony Hawk's video. So I know that shit.
That shit is fire.
But that's what I like. You can bend the world to what you like. You just got to do it with some kind of passion. You know what I'm saying, Paul? You got to do it with. You gotta see the bigger picture. And that.
Can I give you a little history on that? Can I give you a little history on that?
Yeah. Cool.
In Los Angeles, over by Venice Beach, California, right? You got a place called Venice Beach, California. Over there, you have the Shoreline Crips, and you have the Venice 13, and then you have some white boys that's like punk rockers, suicidal tendencies, but they all came. The white people came from. They used to have what do you call that? Like a little amusement park. They got torn down, and then they had a people called Dogtown. So those people in Dogtown became skaters. Those Dogtown people, like, they got along with those black gang members and those Mexican gang members, so they had more of a thug type image. Tony Hawk joined them basically. And then they moved and went into the competition, but because Tony Hawk was like the, how can you say, the best looking one, the pretty boy, the clean cut one, they pushed him to the forefront. They pushed him to the forefront, but he do have a background of this underground. That's how I crossed over to black people because of where they was at in Venice Beach. All of those black people would kind of skate with them, even some of the gang members when they was young. You understand me? I say, but as they grow up, they, turn different, whatever they're gonna do, but they still remember each other. So that's how they even had like the Los Angeles backing when the Dogtown and the Tony Hawk and them moved off. That's why you always see when it first started, you go see a little dog type logo with the score, like the bones and a dog face. That's to pay homage to that whole Dogtown scenario. So that's how Tony Hawk actually got the pushing. Because he came from the suburbs, but he came with people from the ghetto. And they pushed him to the forefront to kind of be the face, if you understand me, I see. So he had backing the whole other time.
One of my favorite movies, just to add a little bit to that, the one of my favorite movies is the Dogtown. I think it's Dogtown and the Z Boys or some shit.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's about.
Dogtown and the Z Boys.
Yeah, and that's a story about the motherfucker that was like the great skater and shit, but he was like the Tony Hawk. His characters in that movie where they show like the actual best skater was the Crash Out.
He was
Tony
from the
Hawk
hood.
was the one that was, yeah. And they were surfers, right? Didn't they surf too? They didn't.
They surfed to Perota and all of that. Yeah, they lived on the beach. Yeah, man, you're exactly right.
In the 70s, they were surfers first, and then they started skateboarding and roller skating in pools, in abandoned pools in the California area.
Yeah, that was in the movie, yeah. Empty pools and shit.
From all of that in the pools. And then many of them know those are the days when the magazines used to sponsor and the manufacturers used to sponsor certain skaters.
Yeah, they were buying skateboards and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, they highlighted them in the magazines and the sponsor.
What's that black skater dude named Kennedy something? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
you talking about Campbell. You talking about Kareem Campbell.
Wasn't his name Link? was Kennedy.
Yeah, I think you're talking about Kareem
It
Campbell.
was Kennedy. It was Kennedy.
Nah,
Something.
nah,
It's
he
like
went to jail. He went to jail. I know who you're talking about. Kennedy something. He was a black guy. Black. Just look up black skateboarder Kennedy. He was a he's either in jail now or he just got out of jail. One of the two.
No, we have an ex clean cut one, a clean cut black guy who's a
No,
great
this guy
skater.
wasn't clean cut. He was a street nigga.
Yeah, but yeah, you have a lot of black skaters.
Terry Kennedy. Terry Kennedy.
Yeah,
You have a lot
yeah.
of black skaters.
His man, you know who his
He's
friend
recent
is?
though, right?
Freddie? The nigga Vince
He's
Staples.
recent, right? Terry Kennedy recent or him old skater?
Yeah, I don't know. I just know he just left jail. Matter of fact, hey, Shiesty home too, by the way. I know that don't mean nothing to y'all. I'm glad that brother made it out. Hopefully he made a change. The motherfucker that birthed all these shiesty young YNs just made it home.
I let him up before you go. More your thoughts on something, you hear? More your thoughts on something before you jump off. All right?
All right.
Is it private or y'all can go ahead? I'm about to get out of here too.
No, because I don't want to change the conversation. I want to
The
go back.
conversation is that we're in the ending parts of this conversation. So I don't.
Okay. I wanted to go back because I wanted to pose a question to Anathema. The same married with children. Because I think I posed it in the chat also. Because I was saying that married with children is a response to the Cosby Show, just as how Donald Trump was a response to Barack Obama.
Hey, y'all have a good one.
Right?
I see what it's going. Can't do it. Go ahead, get your shit out.
When we present our best and our brightest, they highlight their most decrepit. Because the similarities to characters of Al Bundy, a class human being, and Donald Trump cannot be overlooked. Would you agree with me on that or disagree with me on that?
I would agree in terms of the ethos, but what I would say is the writers and the comedians could look at the state of, because you gotta remember there's writers, you understand, then they go for the actors. So when they pitching the whole idea, they looking at what they could take advantage of as artists and what is more likely going to get through. Now, when it get through, it might serve the agenda of a larger people, but maybe the artists themselves don't necessarily have a political agenda other than finding this contrast to exploit for the sake of comedy. But then the political agenda come in with the other powers. You understand me? I see it like the people that's writing this, I don't think say they necessarily have a political agenda. But the people that's approving it and scanning and editing the episodes and approving what could be aired and when it could be aired, they're the ones that's manipulating. You understand? I just think that contrast is apparent and important to analyze. And I don't know, because I agree with you that there is this correlation. But I don't know, like again, I don't know if it's a causation thing or not. But I just know when this happened, I could see that these two disparities. And then I know it worked out something psychologically, because I know I watch more Married with Children. I would be more inclined to watch that show and laugh more than the Cosby Show.
Yeah, because
the Cosby Show almost had to force to laugh. Because I'm watching the Cosby Show almost like a drama.
Yeah, because I dropped a paper when them talking about the irony. Because just after the Cosby Show, the irony of comedy that was being presented, because prior to the Cosby Show, you had Leave It With Beaver. White television was primarily clean cut. All the shows that were on with the Cosby Show were primarily clean cut shows. But I'm directly following and while the Cosby Show was going on, the white comedy drama of Johnny changed. It was no longer clean cut. Then they had the Beavers and the Bucket, the Married Children, these shows that were diametrically opposite to the Cosby Show being promoted. that now that black person moved up and reach for that apple in the sky or that pie in the sky. No, they were no longer promoting that pie in the sky. But it changed. What was being promoted was totally different. If you go back to watch TV at the time, following the Cosby Show, these white shows were no longer clean cut, nice white shows. They changed the image of television significantly.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that totally, man. And that's one of the things that they don't know because they wasn't there watching what was on television prior to this incident occurring and how it was significant and it shifted. And it played on the dynamics we talked about, where they can show a regular white family, regular struggling, but still living better, still having a respect, still living in our home and this and that, despite being a degenerate family. By the black family got to strive.
Right.
And it is not necessarily representative of the black community, whereas this family is representative of every American family.
Every American community. And when you look at Trump language following Barack Obama, he spoke
it allowed us to turn people. It really allowed us to turn the Cosby Show into a mockery where people say, well, I couldn't relate to that. That wasn't, you know what I mean? That wasn't real. I didn't understand they needed.
You realize the political agenda now. Same political agenda that was placed onto Barack Obama that they were turning to say that this is not realistic. This is not black realistic. And Trump language changed significantly to speak to middle white America who could not envision themselves with two children who were not given any issues, who were stand up with a stand up wife, right? So they actually started to mock Obama, just like how Al Bundy was mocking Bill Cosby. Yeah, man. So we can look at the similarities and the coalitions that were played out then, and look at it how it was played out in a wider political situation. Is it art representing life, or is it how the system manipulates itself and people?
Hey, Stu P's,
yeah.
I don't, let me say, I definitely appreciate the thought process, right? That the way you put that together, right? I definitely appreciate that. That's some deep thought. That is some deep thought, right? Now, I don't know. I don't necessarily know if I'm convinced of it, right? But the way you put that together, bro, like that's pretty convincing, though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because the similarities cannot be overlooked, Corey. If you start thinking about it deeply, you look at the similarities, and you look at this clean-cut black man who is professional in everything that he does, and who they put to compete against him. They put a despicable white dude to compete against him in Married with Children. You look at Obama and the similarities between Obama and the character Bill Cosby, almost in line with each other. And the crassness of Donald Trump and Al Bundy fall in line also. Don't let the system play you.
I don't necessarily know if it lines directly up with Trump. I see the comparison, and I definitely, I don't know that I'd argue with you about that, right?
And the children
I would say that Bundy is one of my neighbors. I would say Bundy is one of my neighbors, right? Or one of my coworkers, right? He's the kind of wild I work around and like live in my neighborhood.
Yep.
Donald Trump is not as stand-up. So I consider like the Al Bundys of the world, like them is like real stand-up white guy. Like everyday average white guy. Like
but what
you would like Al. We all like the Al Bundys.
We like Al Bundy. But what you're overlooking is that Donald Trump was not playing Donald Trump when he was running for election. Donald Trump was actually playing Al Bundy. He was acting like he was the
trying
everyday
to,
white.
yeah, but it wasn't.
It wasn't 100%, but it was enough to fool many of these white voters that Donald Trump was Al Bundy kind of guy. He's a straight shooter. He talks it off the top of his head. Right? So he was playing the character Al Bundy. And then it did not
Yeah,
come
he was faking like
white people. Right. He was faking Al Bundy. And then white people believe that that's who he was. He was an Al Bundy. And black people believe it too. Because although Al Bundy is crass, we kind of like him. We like him. But that's what Donald Trump did. Right? And him children just as dysfunctional as Al Bundy children. So it's all right to have dysfunctional children. Cosby children and Barack Obama children are almost the same kind of children. Look at it. Look at the similarities. The similarities cannot be overlooked. Don't let people play in your face. Because white people play in your face. And you're not smart enough to identify it.
That's kind of like where my frustrations be at a lot of the times too, Pete. White people play in our face, and a lot of times we miss it. You know what I'm saying? But I will say, I'm more in the realm where it's the elite is playing in America. Dumb to see more where I'm at, but I feel you with the white people.
Yeah, but you see, because it's America. Yeah, they're doing the American thing. They're playing in your face, right? They're playing in your face, and they know their audience that most white people don't have any awareness. They know that, right? But black people, we cannot afford to have this. We cannot afford to have the same mistake.
You heard what Donald said of the uneducated white folks. You know what I'm saying? Like he literally stood up behind the presidential seal and said that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, oil change, but I need to find the key. Yeah. I don't drive through that. I've never had. If you know me, I come here all the time. I've never driven through. Yeah. No, that is what most people don't know. You allow them to play in your faces and they project the future all the time. They project the future all the time. They test it out in movies and in press. Always. If you watch mass media, it's 10 years before shit happens. You start seeing inkling of it. So when it happens, you're not surprised. Because they test out to see the response, to see the ratings, to see how people will accept this bullshit. How many times
They condition
and they condition you. How many times have you watch movies and 10 years time you see a situation happen? And you say, but I've seen this shit in a movie already. Eh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You've
And
never
a lot
seen
of shit happens. Just same thing happens, just with technology, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, testing it out first. You're testing it out.
I think that's a lot. A lot goes on in the civics too, like that. Like they do those tests, to kind of condition you in this part of society too, because this thing right now, right? None of y'all, like, if y'all looked out y'all window and saw ICE chasing one of your Mexican neighbors up and down the street, like, nobody would really have a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? They done got pretty much the whole America. No, like they test to see the temperature of society. So okay, now y'all gonna let us chase Mexicans up and down the street? Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Now then they educate black folk,
Right.
or just poor. The first thing black folk first go like to the homeless people, right?
Yeah.
Once they see people chasing homeless and down the street, next thing you know, your ass is getting, and everybody say, "Well, that that's the slippery slope argument." You cry, it's a conspiracy theory and all of that, right? But nobody thought, like, if I would have told y'all last year, right, that the National Guard was going to be in the streets of Chicago, being assisted by the police making arrests, y'all would have been like, "No, that's martial law, Corey, Concrete Corey. That's wild. You talking about some martial law shit? That's a conspiracy." You see what I'm saying? When you start talking martial law, that you start going into the conspiracy realm. You know what I'm saying? And then they might write you off as an Alex Jones type motherfucker, right? but look at where we at. You know what I mean? Look at where we at. Go ahead.
Sometimes a movie is just a movie, and sometimes it's not. I remember when this zombie drama, this Walking Dead, and this zombie drama movie started taking over. I want to understand what are the zombies representing? What are the zombies? What messages subliminally being sent? Why all of a sudden these movies become popular that if we're not careful, America will be overrun by zombies, and we need to put system in place. Who the zombie represent?
They're already over.
Are they
The
representing
misinformed, the people who misinformed are the zombies.
right? So that is it. So when now people tell them, so listen, we're going to be overrun, and immigrants are going to take over, and black people are going to take over. Guess what the average person is thinking about? When they hear the word overrun and taking over, they're thinking about a zombie apocalypse. Because that's Steven's Park in them already. So they're not really thinking, say, oh, we need to do this.
I think the people who make the zombies are sending a different message.
Right.
I think they sending a different message than that, stupid. The people who make the movies.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like I don't think those people are thinking in terms of like race or like the Great Replacement. You know, any zombies movie.
It's only one.
I haven't seen a lot of these.
No, it's what message they're sending. What level of paranoia they're building up in people when they're sending all of these zombie messages on zombie war. Because I remember one time it was World War Z, Walking Dead, and a whole plethora of zombie movies were being sent out.
Yeah, those type of movies are sending that kind of message. Yeah, I agree with that. Like World War Z.
Yeah,
but I'm more thinking about like what's that? What's the Walking Dead and shit like that? Like those types of series, right? I think the message there is more like you know, the zombies are the misinformed because the majority of the population is zombies, right? So in the Walking Dead, it's only a select. It's not most of the people are zombies, right? And then you got a few who are not zombies. You know what I'm saying? And I think the message is like, yo, you know, those zombies are the misinformed people, and the people who gonna save the world in the end of the story, right, is those who've not been misinformed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
more the message that I be getting out of those zombies.
Right.
Or the series, I guess,
Right. And what Charlie Kirk messaging was? Same kind of messaging that the misinformed people are taking over, that the woke people are taking over. Listen to it carefully. You see how it correlates?
Yeah.
Yeah. You realize?
As soon as he's done, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's got to fill out the info.
Yeah. You realize how it correlates. It's like you get people mentally thinking one way. You use mass media. Orson Welles in 1950 produced The War of the Worlds. And it was a radio program. And that radio program had Americans running in the streets in Carolina. Did you know that?
I remember that. It was about the alien.
Yeah, about the alien. When it was broadcast, people think it was actually happening. I was running wild in the street.
No, they actually called the National Guard. I think they was shooting at something. You know what I'm saying? Like these niggas, and they believed it so much that the army came out and started shooting cannons or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Some shells. You know, they had the artillery shells at that point. Yeah.
So don't let people tell you when that's happening, people begin to recognize the power of mass media. In 1980, Donald Trump went down south and met with the Republican Party. And when he met with the Republican Party, he used these keywords, states' rights.
Yeah.
When people use the word states' rights, they don't understand what it means. To a white person, states' rights means something different than to a black person.
Yeah, but the thing is that's the trick, though. You know what I'm saying, Stupid? Right? Because it actually means for the average white person, it actually means the same thing as black people, but they think it means something different. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, Stupid.
Because when they hear states' rights, they're thinking about the right to segregate. They're thinking about the right to remove people from the communities that they don't want in the communities.
But what it really means is the federal government can't come in when we start busting you motherfuckers upside your head, no matter what color you niggas is. That's what states' rights really means, stupids. They just don't realize that, though. You know what I'm saying? Like the government ain't coming to save you niggas. I don't give a damn what color you niggas is. When we start fucking you niggas over, it can't go to nobody but the ones who's fucking you over. The federal government ain't coming in to save you from this fucking we finna give you, right? And white folks think it's what you think it is, but no, it's what I'm saying it is. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. I mean, what you're saying it is. They think it's, oh, I get to call you a nigger and I ain't got to worry about black kids swimming at the swimming pool with me no more. No, that's not what it is. That's not what's gonna happen. But go ahead, Stupid.
Yeah, because that is what we face. That is what we constantly face. That is what we constantly face. When people acting like it's not that people acting like they're not aware of what is going on. Right? That's what the discourse.
They don't be acting like it though, Stupid. They really don't be like I'm telling you, the average American is highly misinformed. Highly misinformed. Are you talking like the smartest people around us, bro? Like, yeah, they know math, they know science, they know how to do this physics and all this whole other shit, right? You know what I'm saying? But when again, like I always say, when game is being ran on them, they can't recognize when game is being ran on.
Yeah, the problem. I guess what the problem is for, as I said earlier, when I was in the it's not a new game. It's the same 100-year-old game. The game has not changed. is the same fucking game that was run in. It's the same game.
Divide and conquer. That's it.
It's the same game. The same divide and conquer game.
It's
the
old
same.
as hell.
We're talking old white sharecropper that they're better than black sharecropper. Yet still, none of the kids have on shoes. The white kids in the 20s didn't have on shoes, and the black kids didn't have on shoes. Right?
Right.
But you convince this idiot that two shoeless children, that one is better than one.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like the soybean farmers now. These idiots now begging for the bailout. Begging for the bailout. These same
They
people
begging for what they mad at Keisha for. And she ain't even getting it because she don't qualify because she got a little ragged ass piece of job that pay her $27,000 a year. She don't even qualify for shit more while mad at Keisha. But
you're mad at Keisha.
But they mad at Keisha. They finna get a welfare check. Yeah.
Right. Them mad at
finna
Keisha.
get the biggest welfare check.
Yeah. And they're getting the biggest welfare bailout. Same game being run the last 100 years. Move the goalposts. Constantly move the goalposts. Right? Black people are welfare queens. When more white people are welfare than the entire black population in America, the United States of America. And if you add the farmers, they get more than.
I don't know how we can be the criminals at the same time getting the welfare check, right? Because felonies disqualify you from getting welfare check. So you know what I'm saying? So like, how is we the biggest criminals and we getting the welfare checks? That's you know what I mean? It don't even add up, you know.
It don't add up. It don't add up. You know what made me laugh is that yesterday we're talking about truancy. And when I heard on everything, they killed Kamala Harris. I didn't know that Jersey had a truancy thing because black people killed Kamala Harris. Oh, she locking up parents for children not going to school. Oh, you remember that? You remember that, Corey? Oh, she locking up.
I remember that. Yeah.
They made a big deal out of it. Yet still, it was working. And she didn't lock up anybody. She didn't lock up anybody. Right?
She did. You know who she locked up more than any other AG in California, right? She locked up more child predators than any other AG in California history.
But
nobody mentioned a word of that. Nobody mentioned a word of that.
Right? Nobody mentioned a word of that. Nobody.
They were worried about whether she was black or not, and how whether she put the greens in the bathtub and all the wild. It's a bunch of fucking shit, bro. Like the 3-card money, like it's like, bro, that still work?
Yeah.
I don't know where these niggas was where most Americans like y'all didn't see the 3-card money guy down at the business district. You know what I'm saying? Like come on, yeah. I don't know. They ain't even. What was the movie that the Wayans brothers played in? Marlon and it was Mo Money. Mo Money. They niggas didn't see Mo Money. They was 3-card. The Wayans brothers in that movie, they were 3-card money dealers, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's I don't. it's hard to see, man, that people still go for the.
Yeah. Yeah. But when you look at it, yeah. When you look at it, it was pure tree card money.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was pure tree card money. And people were there saying,
Yeah, they worried about the greens in the bathtub. They worried about whether she really black, all this old shit, you know. And not that like, yeah, she wasn't even like my candidate or nothing, right? But when you compare the two, one ain't never done nothing but accept the money from his daddy, right? That's all. One got had his hand out, and his daddy put $500 million in the motherfucker, right?
Right.
So if you do something like motherfucker be like, he did a good business, bro. If somebody hand you $500 million and you don't make some kind of good decision, like at least one, right? Something's wrong with you, right?
Yeah.
This nigga ain't never made not a one good decision, bro. You know his best, you know how he make his money? The best way he make his money is by stealing and grifting. He's never like, he ain't never made no money by doing an honest investment. All his money, like every time he does make money, right? Because now I think he worth 400. Like from something like 60% of his wealth is from his Bitcoin scheme that he did, his pump and dump scheme. You know what I'm saying? So like, bro, he only make money from scheming and scamming, and you put him up next to Kamala Harris, right? Look at her achievements, and then you look at his achievements. I think if you would have handed Kamala Harris $500 million when she was 22, right? I think she would achieve way more than Donald Trump, dumbass, who took $500 million, right, and fucked it off. And the only way he's even making any of the money right now is because he got that money to play with and scheme and scam and steal with it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. He don't pay nobody. You know, he just take him to court.
No, because even let's say about Mar-a-Lago, how he afforded Mar-a-Lago, is that it was a gun firm, and because it had this big deposit in Charlie, it had money to kill them. And he as the owner realized that he would have access to the house. So his name allowed him
Mar-a-Lago don't even make money. You know how Mar-a-Lago make money? Because he make the government staff live there and shit.
Yeah.
and he price gouge them. That's how Mar-a-Lago make money. Before he was the president, Mar-a-Lago wasn't making no money. He was losing money on Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah, he nickels and dimes. Everything from the last presidency.
Yeah, he make the Secret Service spend the night there every night.
Right. I thought to the home.
It was wild, man. They got a kleptomaniac. He running a kleptocracy is what he running.
But it's the Bitcoin that amazed me that people bought his Bitcoin and he cashed out on them. No, that shit don't worth anything.
Pump and dumps, that's what all that shit is, really. Like, you make money off Bitcoin if you know when they gonna dump the shit. That's how you make money Bitcoin. Otherwise, you know, it's just like playing the slot machine. Other than that, if you don't know when they gonna dump the shit, you might as well just be playing the slot machine. It's funner. Actually, I actually think slots machines is a lot funner than fucking around with cryptocurrency.
You know, I see people fucking around with it and telling other people, "Hey, let's get it." And I told them from day one, so listen. If even when it was, I remember when it was almost 2 cents a coin. I go way back, and I wasn't spending my 2 cents on it. I wish I had it. I wish I bought $10 worth of coin.
You would have had to know that it was a pump and dump scheme, though. Like, I mean, you would have won if you would have put your 2 cents in, right? You would have won pretty good. You know what I mean? But I mean, I don't know. To me, like, shit just be playing. I'm not like some genius or nothing, right? But I don't know. It just, man, it looked like what it was from the beginning to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It never looked like nothing but a fucking pump and dump scheme to me. That was it. It never looked like anything else. Like, could I have put some money in and possibly made some money? Yeah. Obviously. It wouldn't be a good pump and dump scheme if don't nobody make money. You see what I'm saying?
When it just started, you wouldn't put $1,000 in it. Trust me. You wouldn't put $1,000 in it.
No.
Because you know that and you wouldn't put 100 either. You probably put 50, 30, something like that. Like you buy some lotto tickets.
Yeah.
Because for many years it wasn't going up. For the first 5, 6 years, it wasn't going up.
No. Like the first, absolutely the first like 2 or 3, like everybody was like pushing it. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't doing nothing. You know what I mean?
It wasn't doing anything. Right? It exploded like 6 years. Boom. All of a sudden, you wake up one morning, it was at $10,000 a time. And everybody was running.
They got the Republican Party behind that. So the grifters saw it. The grifters, one thing about grifters is they smart and they all. A grifter ain't no stupid motherfucker. Grifter is like the smartest amongst us. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't realize that. That's the part of the game that most people don't realize. When you're talking about a scam and scheme, see, like Donald Trump, he's stupid, right? But he just greedy. So what he do is he get a lot of motherfuckers around him that's not only willing to be the fall guy, right? But they actually smart at scamming and scheming. You know what I'm saying? Like the Stephen Miller, you know what I'm saying? He always gonna have a Stephen Miller type motherfucker around him. You know what I'm saying? And that's the guy. Trump got the bad, Miller got the brains. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's the wild part though. The scammers and schemers is the smartest amongst us. You know what I'm saying? So they be way ahead of your average guy. You know what I'm saying? They be ahead of them. You know what I'm saying? And they think about right? It's never a time where they not running. You know what I'm saying? It's always they work. You know what I mean? These guys ain't lazy. Motherfucker think the con artists and shits be some lazy, stupid motherfucker. But no, these is the hardest working, hardest motherfuckers amongst us, bro. They willing to go get it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You sleep, they sleep. What the hell you doing, stupids? Car wash.